times that I've seen you on a lot on YouTube. OW, shout out to you, OW, my guy. I'm just drinking some beers right now, guys. Jerry and Leonardo's in the building. Salute to you. And also subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk channel right there. That's the channel. He'll be up here in a couple of minutes. Bossy out of Oakland will be here. See a pretty good amount of people live right now, but it's all good. We's about to get lit. I was supposed to meet Boss out there actually, but I missed him. I missed Bossy. And like I said, I told y'all the reason why, I was only gonna be out there for like 4 nights, and it's like, well, I would have been paying like $800 in the air for only 4 nights. I would have had to come back to New York City after like 4 nights. I said, you know what, I don't want to rush this trip and pay $800 in the air. You know what I'm saying? If it was like $300 in the air round trip, 350, 400, all right. But I say, nah, you know what? I'll catch Big Boss on a future trip somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see Big Boss mad at me, you know what I'm saying? We'll see Big Boss probably pissed off. He's like, goddamn Raze, you stood me up out there inside Peru. These goons are trying to jump me, Raze. I thought you were gonna be there. Let's subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, NYC blowing money fast. So you saying he's blowing money fast. So NYC the future, what was his budget? Well, I guess he raised like $1,500, right? I guess he raised $1,500. And some people will say, guys are e-begging and this and that. Well, we eat drink over here, but guys eat. Well, I say, look, guys, if guys ask for it and people want to send it to see NYC the future in Sosua, God bless their soul. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so he's blowing it. He's blowing it that fast. He's blowing it that fast. Well, he's getting, I'm asking Big Boss about, he's getting gypped by the girls. What's going on, Harry? He never going to learn because he don't listen, says Washington Lewis. So y'all expect NYC the future to crash out. Y'all expect me to go live, maybe go live on NYC the future tomorrow morning. maybe he has a delete the video moment. Oh man, hide the homeless woman in Peru. He's coming. Well, Ken Patmore, you see, you think the thing is, I knew these type of comments going to be start coming up here. And you know what? But shout out to Big Boss, because Big Boss and NYC the future discuss his homeless situation, the homeless girl situation out there inside Brazil, and they had an epic battle. Ken Patmore. So, you refer back to that live stream. Matter of fact, no, I put that live stream on members only because Raze was it trying to get banned from YouTube? God damn it. But like I said, I mean, hey, y'all guys got any questions for Big Boss? Any hey, you got any grievances with Big Boss? Send it in. You know what I'm saying? Hit that super chat. And Big Boss will surely, I mean, he's not scared to answer y'all guys' question, no matter what it is, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? He's from Oakland, California. You know what I mean? So send it in. Let me see who else in this bit. Shout out to you, T. Williams. How you doing, T. Williams? Is Peru better than the Sioux? Now, Big Boss will be the person to ask because, Big Boss really, really likes women. He really, really likes women. Now, we all like women, but Big Boss really, really, really likes women. So, he would be a good person to ask. But it's not all about women, of course, guys. Of course. Shout out to you, T. Williams. Shout out to you, T. Williams. Raze must be watching NYC chat, waiting for that crash out to happen. Hey, Washington Lewis, or you guys watching for that crash out to happen? I got on screen record, so anything happen, anybody, because I can't see everything. Anybody that get anything, hit me up. Send it to Instagram. Shout out to you, Washington. Jamie's in the building. Salute to you, Jamie. Salute to the Auto Wheel. Brandon Clark is in the building. Shout out to you, Brandon Clark. What's up, Raze? What's up, chat? Says JD. Salute to you, JD. Brandon Clark. QB Passport Flexing, my guy, is in the building. Shout out to you, QB Passport Flexing. Subscribe to QB Passport Flexing channel, please. Man, nobody care about Big Boss Travels. Hey, listen. We're just trying to get his opinion on whether or not he likes Lima, Peru over Sosua. I mean, that's a big thing right there. No, Lima, Peru is not really that touched right by the Passport Bros, right? And I also asked the question, if it does get popular, I'm going to Peru this month. So if it does get popular, Will Passport Bros ruin Peru? Can Passport Bros ruin Peru? You say Passport Bros ruin everywhere they go, right? Will, just because, will Passport Bros start going out to Lima, Peru, Mega Plaza, and ruining a good time, for other bros? That's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is Lima, Peru that type of place where a lot of Passport Bros who want to travel to? That's the question. Now we've seen International Zoe out there. We've seen Pob out there. We've seen Austin Holloman out there. We've seen and others, and even Kurt Kaz. We've seen Kurt Kaz out there. So we've seen a lot of different, YouTubers, KBS Travels. We've seen a lot of different YouTubers out there. And it hasn't been the talk of the Passport Bro space, but it might gain some traction. Now, shout out to Punta Cana. Sunday Night Smoke has been out there. He's loving Punta Cana. Big Gains is out there in Punta Cana. Well, he was just out there in Punta Cana. So they giving it some good reviews for Punta Cana. People were saying when I was at the gas station that Passport Bros might ruin Punta Cana. It has not happened. It has not happened. Punta Cana is still the way it is. Shout out to Uncle Rico also. And even though I've been out there for a whole month, I don't see a difference really so far with Punta Cana being ruined, with new rules being put down by the government and everything. Keys, in the streets of Keys. Now, in the streets of Keys is about to come out with what's a street guide for Punta Cana. So shout out to him. But like I said, man, we guys travel and go out these places. Come on, Raze. Anywhere is better than Sosua, says Pathfinder. Now, do you guys agree with Pathfinder? Is anywhere better than Sosua? Is anywhere better than Sosua? That, according to Pathfinder, anywhere is better than Sosua. Ouch. Now, Pathfinder, you're gonna get a lot of guys that love the Sioux say, look, you are hating on Sosua, bro. And once again, shout out to QB Pass Reflection. Shout out to my guy Strail Life is in the building. I see Big Boss is in the back right now, so I'm about to bring him up. I'm just warming things up right now. Strail Life, shout out to you, Strail Life. How you doing? Strail Life is in the building. Sounds like a Natalie Holloway situation with the girl out there in Punta Cana. Well, yeah, it's weird. It could be just as innocent as she drowned, to be honest with you, JoJo, And the guy she was with was just drunk. He survived and just crashed out on the sand. Or it could have been foul play too. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have to. I think it's just him and the girl. Whatever happened between him and the girl is what happened. And they're gonna have to investigate him and keep questioning him a lot more. You know what I'm saying? She was Indian American, right? Indian American. Like I said, rest in peace to her. You know what I mean? That is sad. And yeah, we all know that the Aruba situation, Natalie Holloway out there. Now, Natalie Holloway was actually murdered, and her murderer went to jail. You know what I'm saying? NYC is the Sioux Lieutenant and Captain of Puerto Plata, says Highlander. Thank you for the $1.99 donation to the Raze Travel Fund. We are doing Peru. Well, you know what? I'm going to hold on, because if Big Boss says he hated Peru, then maybe Raze won't do Peru this month. You know what I'm saying? So Big Boss might say, you know what, Raze, Peru sucked. The Sioux all the way. I don't know his answer. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking the question. I don't know his review. I don't know. So I'm listening to Big Boss just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Highlander. But like I said, NYC, I don't know. We like I said, send it in. If y'all got any questions for Big Boss Real Talk, he is very well traveled. He's gonna compare Peru, something new, to he's actually been to Kenya too, I believe, right? I think been to Kenya. Salute to Big Boss for making Peru great again. All right, so Highlander seen Big Boss's stuff out there. So shout out to Highlander once again. And let me see. Johan, the analyst, CRK, Future almost broke already. So y'all saying Future is running out of money already. Bad budgeting, Jahan. So Washington Lewis says, yes, he will crash out. Y'all expecting him to crash out. My guy, Ronan Travelers, is in the building. Salute to you, Ronan Travelers. Shout out to you. How you doing? Ronan? Just Ross says, $800 round trip for only 4 nights is rough work. Maybe next time. Haha. Yeah. If you went to the flights for, what was that, for February, and y'all seen them flights out of JFK, New York City to Peru, you're gonna be like, that's a lot to be paying, especially for just 4 nights. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to be paying. 4 nights in the air. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have had no shot of getting to Machu Picchu. You know what I'm saying? You know, I could have got there, but it would have been a rush job. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me chill, just rush. You know, salute Racket Club. How you doing? What's good, nephew? What it do? Ajima's World is in the building. How you doing, Ajima's World? I'm in my way to the airport. Where you headed, DJ Panthro? Where you headed? What does it crash out mean? You know, somebody get you know the crash out. What the crash out mean? Come on, guys. Can somebody tell Black Tiger X the definition of a crash out? We are trying to figure out. You know, I'm gonna ask Big Boss. Did he crash out off camera too? Out there inside? I don't know. But we trying to, you know, we're gonna see. Will NYC the future get into stuff again like this?
But I don't know what y'all doing, y'all. Y'all bugging, y'all. Y'all crazy, man. Yeah, man. I might have to. She said she's waiting for the cops. She's waiting for the cops. I didn't even do nothing, y'all. Police. I didn't even do nothing though, bro. I did nothing. Y'all seen that? I did nothing to that. So I did nothing. That's crazy. I did nothing though, bro. They told me they want to get me in trouble, bro. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, Banda, what you doing, bro? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. I did nothing. Y'all seen that? I was on the street the whole time. Don't want to have me crash out for no reason, y'all. I did nothing. At all. That's crazy. I did nothing, yo. Yo, are y'all there? Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I'm about to get another hotel and probably get up out of here, though, bro.
So whoever asks what's the definition of a crash out, that's something similar, you know, something similar to that. Password Bros, Ben Vlogs, hit me up on Instagram, Raze X, Instagram, Raze X, for that. And Big Boss Real Talk is in the back right now, waiting patiently. Is she dead? I don't know. Well, I don't know. I haven't. Have y'all heard about the girl from Pittsburgh University? Did they find her body? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to, and I'll put that out there, and you know they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to you, Racket Club once again. Baller TV. And guys, for anybody that have seen the videos from KBS Travels and others that have been out there, does Lima, Peru look appealing to you guys? Shout out to Sunday Night Smoke. Now, Sunday Night Smoke had his review of Punta Cana. He did a great review. He said he rates Punta Cana a 7 right now. He has yet to do everything yet. He hasn't been to Coco Bungo area, whatever. But I think 7.5, 8. You know, some nights is a good rating for Punta Cana. You know, so shout out to you, Sunday Night Smoke. You know what I'm saying? And depending on who you get with out there, it could be a 10. It depends on who you get with. You know what I'm saying? Right, Smoke? You know, it just depends. Sunday Night Smoke says she's still missing. He's in Punta Cana right now. So you're still out there. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Okay, let me see. I'm just drinking some beer right now. We're going to bring up Big Boss in a minute. Big Boss, get ready in 30 seconds, Big Boss. We're going to bring him up. You know, like I said, Big Boss, subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk channel. Like I said, y'all got any questions for Big Boss Real Talk? He will be here in 1 minute. I'm going to bring him up. Subscribe to his channel. Like I said, get your questions ready. Any cheap shots at Big Boss? Hey, he's a grown man. He could take it, you know. But send it in, as Jay Arella would say. Send it in to a super chat. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? I got my Coors Light. I am interested in his review of this Lima, Peru, because like I said, it's kind of like untapped really by a lot of people in the Passion Bro space. So I'm going to ask him straight out. straight up, is Lima, Peru, the place for the Passion Bros in 2025. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, like I said, you know, well, wait a minute, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? What's that? Who's this? Who's this, guys? Who's this in the chat? Who's that? Big Rello when I hop onto the plane in the suit. Yo, I'm gonna need you to. I need you to rhyme that intro one of these days. I've been botching it. But shout out to Jay Rello. Tell your chick I said hello in the chat right now. Now I said Sunday Night Smoke rated Punta Cana earlier this morning. He rated it as 7, and he's still out there. He said he got some more stuff to do, so he might up it. He might lower it if you get robbed. I don't know. No, I shouldn't say that. You know, but who knows? He might have a bad experience with a John out there, Rello, and he might say no, it's a 6, it's a 5, or you might have a great experience with a John and he say it's a 9. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Me personally, I'm safe to say I've been out there for a whole month before. I've been out there twice. It's a I like it. I like it. Now things are kind of spaced out if you think about it more, as far as like just everyday amenities you would get inside of a city, spaced out. I will rate it. I give it a strong 8. A strong 8. Like I said, on certain nights it can be a 9.5 or 10. Just depends on your experience with certain people. I'm gonna just keep it like that. I dig it. I like it. You know what I'm saying? If everything was even more centralized, then that score would go up easily. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into renting cars though, you know, places, you know what I'm saying? Especially in DR, I'm not trying to rent no car and crash. You know what I'm saying? Get extorted. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I rate Punta Cana a strong 8, and some nights it could be a 9. You know, I was out there for a whole month. You know what I'm saying? You know, the game, big games. He's giving Punta Cana a 7, and that's the gangster lifestyle. You know, and right after I play this, I'm bringing Big Boss right up, guys. So all 120 people in the building watching Raze live. Big Games had his belly full and balls empty.
Yo, over here at the Gangster Lifestyle, yo, we having a ball in Sasua. We having a ball. Yo, we literally gonna show you belly full, belly full, belly full, balls empty. We literally showing you the meaning of belly full, balls empty. Let me say it one more time. Belly full, balls empty. Ain't no broke niggas over here. We ballin'. You can't be in Sasua talking about, yo, send me some money on Cash App. That's a broke nigga's lifestyle. You can't have fun. You can't live your life. Yo, we showing you how to do it out in this motherfucker. The Gangster Lifestyle. Yo, we live, baby.
Oh man, that clip will forever be goated, Big Games. And shout out to you. Shout out to you, Big Games. Man, it's send in the Cash App, god damn it. Shout out to all 145 people watching Raze live. All right, so guys, Big Boss Real Talk, subscribe to his channel. He's coming up right now. Medi and Kenya, my next trip. Okay, we will discuss that, Rello. We will be discussing that. So Medellin and Kenya is his next trip. So, man, you got a lot of fundraising to do. You got a lot of begging to do, Rello. They call it begging. We got a lot of begging to do. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it in. We're gonna get it in, Rello. Shout out to Jay Rello. Tell your chick I said hello. Subscribe to Rello's channel, Scott Inslee. Subscribe to Scott Inslee. Without further ado, let's bring up Big Boss Real Talk. And like I said, guys, send it in if you guys have any questions. He is very well traveled, and Big Boss takes no loss. It's in the building. Salute, Big Boss.
Oh man, not the boss.
Now, Big Boss Real Talk. How is now? I know Troy King. He's trolling right now. He don't want people to be out there. Shout out to you, Troy King. Now, Big Boss Real Talk. How are you doing? How was your trip? First of all, out there inside Lima, Peru, getting there. You know, was it a hassle getting there, going through customs? Tell people about your channel, Big Boss Real Talk.
Oh man. First off, it's the biggity, Bossy, boss, oh, Leany. Cooking with what? Gas, oh, Leany. Fire content. How you guys doing tonight? Raze. What's
Chilling.
up with the homie Raze?
Oh, I'm great, bro. I'm great. You know, I missed the trip. And I know you wanted to get that out the way. You know what I mean? But first, you know, tell people about your channel, and then you know, we're gonna talk about your Peru trip for the first time ever. So go ahead and tell people about your channel and tell them, how did you end up in Peru of all places?
All right. Well, about the channel, Big Boss Real Talk. Basically, I talk about all things real. To be honest, I haven't been posting. I haven't been consistent. Started the channel down there 4 years ago now. Time flies, Raze. I started that channel in 2021, October 2021. And it really never took off. But shout out to you, Raze. I remember we started about the same time. You started a little before me. I remember you went on the homie Road to Tape, Richie Rich Road to Tape, and he got you to your first 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
When you,
shout out to Road to Tape. Yes.
Right. Shout out to, and when you hit the 1,000, I was just starting, so I was always behind you, man. The next thing I know, you took off, man, especially covering all that scopamine stuff in Colombia. So shout out to your channel. My channel, I'm gonna have to catch up. I'm gonna have to pick it up. I'm gonna have to get with it. But basically about my channel, same shit like everything else in the space. Travel, real talk, all this shit. But it's good. It's good. I'm gonna get my shit off when I do. Like I said, here in Oakland, I'm a security guard, security officer. I'm armed with all this shit. It's expensive to live out here, man. So I work like 2-3 jobs. I just cut back, and I only work 2 jobs now. So I'm gonna try to have some more time to put out my YouTube type shits, but it's good. But anyway, Raze, Lima, Peru, what it do? I was looking for you in Lima, Peru, Raze.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad about that, but I say, you know, I can't just do 4 nights. I was gonna push it to 5 nights, but I say, you know what, I might, you know, I got spoiled you doing that whole month out there inside Punta Cana. I said,
Right.
and I'm paying like $800 in the air, $700 to $800. I'm like, nah, I let me just get your review first, and then, you know, you're gonna tell me whether I should go or not. You know what I'm saying? But I'll catch up with you on a future trip somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But
that's
yeah,
up.
so you've been everywhere. You've been to Sosúa, you've been to Medellin, Colombia, you've been to Bogota, Colombia, you've been to Thailand, you've been to the Philippines, you've been to Kenya. So you've been to Brazil. Now tell people why you went to Lima, Peru, and how did you enjoy it? You know, in general, you know, how was it going through the customs? You know, did you enjoy the process of just getting into the country? Did they harass you? Go.
No, okay. Well, the whole way the Lima, Peru trip came up is the end of February or whatnot. My plan was to go back to Brazil. I've been to Brazil 5 times, but I never did a carnival, and the carnival is normally always in February. So basically, I was going to try to finally hit a Brazil carnival in Rio de Janeiro, but what everybody told me turned out to be true. I heard for years that during the carnival, it's real hard and expensive to find lodging in Rio because everybody just swarms and they take up all the hotels and Airbnbs and all the shit. So I found one Airbnb for like $3,000. You talk about $800 for 4 days. I found an Airbnb for $3,500 for like 10 days. No lie. Like $3,300, $3,300. I said, hell to the no. So I said, well, the way my bank account is set up, ain't no Brazil. I ain't doing no Brazil for this carnival. But I still had that block of time in February to go somewhere. So I said, where else can I go? I wasn't quite ready to jump off and do another Thailand trip or Africa trip yet. That's coming later this year. So I said, you know what? What about Lima, Peru? Because I was always intrigued on it after Chet went there, Zoe went there. And I always heard some rumblings about pricing. I heard the pricing was real good down there. So then I share with the people. You know, me and you talk every day offline and whatnot. And so when I first brought it up, you know, you said you was going, so that kind of sealed the deal. But that's neither here nor there. So once I found out the homie Raze was supposed to go, I said, you know what? Boom, I'm going to go. We know you didn't go, whatever. So when I went, it's easy to go, dude. Their process is hella easy, dude. They don't really ask you no questions. And matter of fact, you don't even get a stamp in your passport in Lima, Peru. Someone told me that, and when I went there, I see that's real life. I'm sure, you know, they log it in their computer or whatnot, but you don't even get a stamp for it. So that's kind of a trip. And all they ask you, what you here for, how many days, enjoy yourself. So it's a breeze. It's a breeze getting through. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. They, like a lot of these places overseas in third world, well, you got to be careful at the airports, right? They always say the most dangerous time, one of the most dangerous time when you go into a lot of these countries is from the airport to your hotel or B&B, that first initial leg, because that's when you're most vulnerable, right? You have all your luggage on, you have everything, and that's where they get you. Why at that, even at the airport, they have big old giant murals like on a wall, just like telling you and warning you to be careful, don't get in no unofficial taxi, all this other kind of stuff. So that was kind of the first thing. I'm like, wow, they like actually like painted it like all on the walls or whatnot. So it had me a little on one. So I just really made sure, man. I made sure I just waited for my Uber, and while I'm my Uber, man, I must have got approached at least not a dozen, but at least 5, 6, 7 times by like various different people. And a lot of the guys had the ID tags hanging. But I'm figuring if the airport themselves is telling you, like, basically don't get in nobody's taxi, I figure criminal organizations, man, they can make fake fake badges or whatnot. So
right, yeah. So did you ever find out why the airport was emphasizing do not get into a shady cab? Did you
well,
talk to
yeah,
any of the locals and ask them?
Yeah, I found out because it's a whole lot of robbing. Like real fast. I should have had this like loaded up more better. So like, okay, so going the other way. Okay, boom. Like this is one of the this is actually a whole. It looked like a picture, but this is like a whole wall. This right here, I had to stand back. They have this. This is on a whole wall. I'm like, wow. You know, as you walk in to get your luggage type shit.
Right.
And this right here, this is painted on a whole wall. This right here is like, you can see like the ground. That's right. That's a wall as you walk in to pick up your luggage. I'm like, what the hell? I said, what's going on here? So yeah, but other than that, waiting for my Uber and went to my hotel. I got there. My flight didn't land till like 3 a.m. Definitely taking a loss. Yeah. Never that. You take a loss. Yeah, right on. You take a loss. You're losing people money. But yeah. But so at the airport, I'm saying wait for Uber. Uber works in Lima, Peru, right? And even the airport say don't get in people taxis. And I got like pressured and hackled, like, oh no, I'm good. I said, nah, man. So anyway, I get to the hotel, and one thing I didn't like, this particular hotel I had, man, they did not take credit card because the way my bank account set up, the way I normally do it, man, I normally put my because I like hotels or even this Airbnb, right? But I put my lodging on a credit card, not even my debit. I put my lodging on a credit card so my cash can be freed up for you know what. But this particular place, they normally take credit.
For good food. Yeah, good food.
Okay, for good
and
food.
Beers. And beers. Big balls. And shout out to Flyboy Way. Flyboy Way in the building.
Shout out to Flyboy Fresh. You know, I went on a trip with Flyboy about 2 years back to Mexico. We went to Tulum, Playa del Carmen, and Cancun. Shout out to Flyboy. Yeah, so I went to my hotel, whatnot, and they said their credit card system was down. I think they just wanted some cash, man. but it kind of bummed me out because it took some of my money, my available monies. But I stayed in a cool spot. So
you didn't prepay for the hotel, obviously. So you didn't prepay for the hotel. You was gonna pay once you get there. So they allow you to pay once you get there, and that's a warning for people, just in case. So I'm glad you told that for people that want to go out there. And he went to the he didn't go to the Miraflores section.
Well, that's probably the reason. If I'd have went to the Miraflores is more set up for the tourists. Again, remember, I went to the hood, the so-called hood. Where I went was Mega Plaza Independencia. Mega Plaza Independencia is the so-called hood. Had I went to Miraflores, everything would have been more streamlined because it's set up for tourists.
Right, and So you went to the hood, Raze wasn't going to the hood to meet you over there. Hell no. But anyway, you went to the hood, and they got you as far as the credit. What if you didn't have a credit card though? You would have been screwed, right? I know you were trying to use a credit card.
I was trying to use a credit card. Yeah, they wanted cash only.
They wanted straight up cash. So okay, so
I said, man, this is some ghetto ass shit right here. I said,
what I mean, if you would have only had a credit card and no cash, you would have had to take money off your credit card. You would have had to go to an ATM
at 3 at like 5 in the morning.
Pay the fees, whatever. Okay, I got you. And
5 in the morning.
So when you was in that cab ride, how did it look out there? I'm trying to get a picture. It was early in the morning. Did it look shady? Did it look scary out there? Goes around into you.
It kind of did. And it smelled funny out there too, even in the air. But it looked very much like parts of Colombia. When I travel, I go to hoods, bro. I go to hoods to hood. So when I be in Colombia, I like to go to Bogota, the capital. But in Bogota, I go to a hood in Bogota called Santa Fe, the Santa Fe Red Light District. And that whole area where I was at, the Mega Plaza, dude, it looked just like Santa Fe. So it's very interesting. So not really run down. It's kind of hard to describe, but you've been to third world places, though. So it definitely looked like second world, kind of run down. City streets and all the shit, but the buildings, I don't know, man. It definitely looked like the hood. It looked like the hood, but the hotel I was in was plush. It was very plush. Like I say, my room had a jacuzzi and all this shit. I was on the top floor in the penthouse suite. My penthouse suite wasn't even $100 a night. It was like 85, 90-ish. But, and they have rooms a lot cheaper. But I figured since everything is so cheap, I just got the top notch. And I had plans to really be super lit. But I wasn't as lit as I wanted to be, and we can get into it. The hot tub only got used once. Now, I had a short trip, too. Now, you talk about you was going to do 4 or 5 nights. Well, I know you wasn't trying to do 4 or 5 nights, but I only booked 6 nights. This was going to be a quick trip all the way around anyway, so I only did about 6 days. And I paid about down there $700, but it is what it is.
Right. Okay. So hotel. All right. So you get to the hotel. Now, did you go out that first night? You said, because I know you big boss. You like to, get out there. So did you go out the first day because you got there kind of in
like
some
5 in the morning?
5 in the morning. Did you go inside the hotel? You stayed a few hours up in there, or you went hit the streets running?
I said a few hours. I mean, when I got there, I think, the ladies of the night and the nightlife must have just had dispersed. Police was still out there. So my subsequent nights, my next 5, 6 nights, I see that the nightlife jumps to about 3, 4 in the morning. It starts to span at around 4-ish, 4 is 5. And so my first night, I got there about 5 something. So I had kind of missed the action that first night, but it jumps to like 3, 4 in the morning. Clubs, bars, street action, streetwalkers. It still be loud. Music be bumping. You hear the bass at like 3, 4 in the morning. So I missed it. But anyway, so when I got there, slept a little bit, woke up first day. I just walked around. Later that day, my first day, I did end up going to a casa out there and got it in at the casa. And then when I left the casa meaning brothel, when I left and came back, I left the brothel maybe like 1 something in the morning. I got back to my hotel area around 2, still jumping, and I pulled a street meet. Oh man.
Okay.
First day.
Okay, so he hit the ground running, you know what I'm saying? Same thing like you were doing the Sue. That's why I was, asking about Sasua, which we're gonna get into that. Razor Rage saw that Lima wasn't it and canceled ASAP. No, it was about logistics, Douglas Anderson. Nah, I'm gonna give it a try. Now I'm not gonna. It doesn't mean I'm gonna like it, but I mean, long they sell beer, they do sell beer out there, right, Big Boss?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh well, Razor Rage
beer by the gallon.
Razor Ray's gonna like it. Then I can I can just go to a place. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be the best place for me to like a place. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try it out myself, and I'm going to give my own review. But Big Boss is kind enough to come up here for a few minutes and give his review. It's Mango time. They watch you and they know if you a good victim. So well, I don't know if they was thinking Big Boss is gonna be a victim. Big Boss is a big guy. You know what I'm saying? But that is wild about that.
I'm 285. I'm almost 300 pounds. I'm 285. So
that is wild.
I don't know what kind of victim they think I'm gonna be.
Guys trying to run up on you at the light. You know what I mean? But
I'm a predator. I'm not prey. I'm a predator. I'm an apex predator.
A good fella. Bug Travel. Did you have any homeless woman in Peru? Well, this. Well, thank you for that. 199 Bug Travel. Send it in. Y'all got any questions for Big Boss Real Talk? Thank you, Bug Travel, for that. I know he's trolling, but
right.
But thank you for the super chat. Bug Travel.
Right. I don't know if any of them was homeless. Maybe they was. Maybe they was out all night. I don't know.
Okay, and K9, my guy, No Fear Travel was in the building. Salute to the chat. Salute to Razor Rage. Well, shout out to you, K9, No Fear Travel, another rookie, vying for basically Rookie of the Year 2024 into 2025. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's like Ben Simmons, right? You like Ben Simmons, K9, No Fear Travel. Shout out to you, K9, No Fear Travel. When Carter 4 is in the building with his intro. Shout out to you, Travel Space Kings is here. Man, Alonzo Osiris says that's where the 304 is at. You talk about Mega Plaza where Big Boss stay. Now, why on earth would you stay in Mega Plaza, the hood, and not stay in a nice, pristine area like Miraflores, Big Boss? Was it because of the 304s?
Absolutely. The 304s and the pricing. From what I understand, like ever since I've been traveling, what I noticed when we go to these places, the more touristy the place that we stay in, the prices are normally higher. They still have girls more or less, but the prices are higher. So, I like to get low prices, cheap prices, so I'm not scared to go to the hood. That's why I like to hit up Bogota, Santa Fe, Bogota. So I wasn't intimidated by the hood. Now, that being said, I don't go to their versions of the slums, right? I won't go to their slums, their ghettos. But what is a hood? Hood is neighborhood, right? I'm from Oakland, so I'm used to hoods. I'm used to neighborhoods. Now, I'm not trying to go to their slums or whatnot, but so that's why. And like I said, I'm a big guy, and I know how to move. I'm not a goofy. I'm not silly. I've been doing this shit for years. Battle tested, raised in Oakland, so I knew I would be okay. And I was really just going in search of value, trying to get the good prices to see what I could see. I hate being gringo priced. I really hate being gringo. But that being said, I still would have did it. But I really did it once I got the consultation with the homie Lima Travels. Remember, you was on my show and we had him on my show like the day before I left.
Lima Travel Clips.
Yeah, Lima Travel Clips.
No, my fault. Lima Street Clips. Lima
Yeah.
Street Clips. Lima Street Clips is that channel. Yes, Street Clips. Yes. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Yeah. Matter of fact, well, would you say, except the all 195 people in the building watching Raze Big Boss Real Talk, would you say, now you went there now for a beginner to Lima, Peru. Now you're Big Boss Real Talk, very well traveled, grew up in Oakland, California. You've been to different hoods. Would you say, look, for a beginner that's going to Peru for the first time, Lima, Peru for the first time to visit, and maybe even if they want to, delve into getting the Chicas, 304s, would you actually recommend them go to the Mega Plaza area, that hood where you was at for the first time, to stay?
Okay, that's a good question. If they was just the first time to Lima, but if they are experienced travel, so I wouldn't recommend. Shout out to the homie, shout out to the young homie NYC. I wouldn't recommend an NYC. I wouldn't even recommend a Floyd. Okay, you can't move goofy. You can't move silly. So if you got your head on straight and you know what you're doing, then if you're an experienced traveler, period, sometimes you can be dropped in a new spot, right? Because I've been talking, what I've been preaching this whole year is stop going to the same spot 15 times.
Right.
Spread it around. So if you're an experienced traveler, you can move and wiggle. But if you're still green, you're new to this, you just got your passport, you only been to South Sua a couple times, and you move goofy, and you move foolish, and you're not good with money, and you don't have no awareness, then no. So it's a nuance answer. I get that. But safety is everything, bro. Safety is everything. You know how I feel about certain places. Like the precious Medellin that all these niggas love. That Medellin. I don't even think experienced travelers should really fuck with Medellin right now. But that's my opinion. So where I went, it was okay, bro. It was like police everywhere. And that makes you think, why so many police? But it was like almost overly policed. In the little small area I was at, it had to be at least a dozen police in the small 3-4 block radius I was at. A lot of hustle and bustle, clubs, bars, people walking back and forth. My hotel was literally one block away from a shopping mall, right? Or a shopping mall with kids, old folks. So it's a neighborhood. So like I said, it wasn't the slums, it wasn't the ghetto. But I saw the elements was out there. You know, opportunist wolves are everywhere. So I'm sure people was clocking me and checking me out. When I was the only black gringo there, right? I know I don't look like an easy prey to take down. So if someone know how to move, I hate that.
Wait, hold on, big boss. But guy know how to move.
I hate that. Damn Medellin. But yeah, just can't be a goofy, man. You can't be a goofy. You just gotta know how to move and know how to handle yourself. It would be okay. Like I said, where I was at was not the slums. Heavily policed, like a lot of police.
It wasn't as bad as you would think that. I got you. It's doable. It is doable. It's not as bad as certain other areas that you can go to. And it was heavily policed. It doesn't look as good. Did you actually go to the Miraflores area? Did you see the Miraflores area to compare it, like as far as look?
Right. You know what? That would have been good. I would have went to Miraflores if somebody would have came on down, but left to my own devices, I didn't. But outside of that, it's like 5 big zones from what I understand. What I should have done is I should have at least went to some of the other zones. See, I stayed in the Mega Plaza zone, but people was pushing me to go to the Zapita zone.
Yes.
And then you have the one over the air. So there's like 5 big zones. I just stayed in my Mega Plaza zone. I would have went to the Miraflores if somebody named Raze would have came down. I said, where is that? Again, you talked about a 4-day trip. Remember, I was only there for 6 days. Yes, I could have moved it around for 6 days, but 6 days still went by pretty quick. So I just kind of kept it local in a Mega Plaza.
Right. Okay. Pro or cheap out there inside Peru. Chris Carroll, Howard, the woman. We're gonna get into that. Like I said, the best of us, not a predator to white folks. Raze, are you going to like Lima? Well, that's what I'm asking big boys right now. Well, I like Lima, and shout out to the best of us. And Chris Connell is in the building. JJ is in the building. Senoritas in Peru. How the senoritas in Peru. Boss, didn't Tijuana police rob you twice? you got robbed out there?
Well, I don't know, once. They robbed me once, and my first trip to Tijuana, man, they robbed me $300, 300 US. So I guess Big Boss did take off, but I wasn't Big Boss then. I wasn't Big Boss real talk back then. But yeah, they got me. They got me. Damn.
They got him.
They got $300, 300 US. The police. I'm like, wow.
Gotta know how to move.
Yeah, every time I went back to Mexico, Tijuana, I was always on one. I remember the last time I was out there, I'm just walking down the street and the police are just driving, and then when they see me, they just slow down. They in a car. They slow down to a crawl, and there's both officers staring. The one driving and the one on the passenger side, you know, he leaned over and they both like staring at me. I'm like, oh, I heard him and ducked in the first place I went. I said, they ain't gonna rob me again. But the police will get you. The police will get you. Oh,
right.
Man.
All right, Joseph Washington. I wonder if guys even try to run game at girls and then just go straight to the prostitute, shaking my head. Well, like I said, man, you know, it is what it is. Some people go to Riz up chicks, you know. Some people just go straight for the P for P. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, Joseph Washington. You know what I mean? But you could continue wondering. You know what I mean? Continue wondering, Joseph. You know, and your guy and my guy, Richie Rich, the originator. Roll the freaking tape is in the building. Razor and Big Boss. Shout out to you. Roll the freaking tape is here. Richie Rich. The icon is in the building. Roll the tape. Shout out to him and shout out to Drees TV. Shout out to him and Drees. You gotta say Drees and roll the tape, you know. You
gotta say them together. You know, roll the tape and Drees is like Raze and Big Boss. Oh man. I guess like Rello and Floyd.
Rello and Floyd. Man, shout out to Roll the freaking tape is in the building. Did Roll the tape go to Peru before? I know he been to Panama. So shout out to him. Now let's get to it. You've been to Sosua, right? You've been to Sosua
5 times.
You've been to let's compare to Sosua first. For people that have been to Sosua, a lot of Sosua fans up in here. Compare Lima, Peru to the Sioux. Did you like Sosua? You've been there 5 times, so obviously you did like it in the beginning. Now, compare the woman attitude in Peru, Lima, Peru, to the woman attitude out there inside Sosua. Without getting me banned from YouTube, let's just say that, you know, but yeah, go ahead.
Ray, I told you before, you're probably not going to get the green $sign, but I'm not going to get you banned either. All right. Mm-hmm. You said compare the women's attitudes.
Yeah, well, how's that? So, because you always say that you don't like the Sosua girls' attitudes.
Not anymore. Nah, I do not like the DR Sosua girls' attitude. They're too money hungry, very money hungry. Then they're scammy, very kleptomaniac, want to steal, and diabolical. Where the DR Sosua chicks, they're even so much where they will change prices on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever prices you quote for the date, whatever prices she quotes you, once you get into the room, many a time the DR Sosua chicks will try to raise the price and switch the price on you once you get in the room, figuring you're a gringo and you're just going to bow down and buckle to it. So being all that old type of shit, they're some of the worst chicas to me now. That this new breed, right? This new breed of DR chicas, not the ones back in 2017, 2018 before the pandemic. That being said, yada, yada, yada. The Lima, Peru chicks, they are money hungry. Well, I would say they are about their business. They're about their money, but they're not really scammy like that. You know what I'm saying? They will perform and do what they're supposed to do for the most part. And they're not scammy. They're not trying to, you know, get over. So, yeah, there's that. The attitude is better. Like somebody said, most places the chicks are going to be better than DR chicks. It's just it is what it is. We know the draw DR for us is close, very close to you, East Coast cast. Shout out to you guys, a JFK 3-hour flight and a 90-minute flight from Florida, right, Miami. So you East Coast guys, DR is your backyard. I get it. It's very close and convenient and cheap flight. But outside of the beach and the camaraderie, the DR Sosua chicas, very scammy, very money hungry. Really, they're really not trying to. They're not good. No green dollar sign for you, Raze. They're not good sex workers, man. They are chicks just trying to make a buck. They're trying to make a buck, and they really don't like what they do. They do what they have to do, right? They do what they have to do to make money, but they really don't like it. And it translates into the service, man. They're not trying to please you. They're just trying to make as much money as they can for as least work as they can. So that doesn't lead to a good experience. The Lima, Peru chicks are professional. They're professional. They're about their money. They do what they're supposed to do. Boom.
Well, Jesse Shorts, yes, I did get the refund finally, courtesy of Avianca. So that's so big boy. So
Avianca, that's who I flew with. Avianca.
Yes, I was supposed to fly out of Costa Rica using Avianca straight to Peru, but I canceled it. So now, so you're telling people, everybody watching right now, 200 people watching, Big Boss with Raze. You're saying that Lima, Peru girls, you had a better time with Lima, Peru girls this time around more than Sasua girls. Did you like the attitude? Now, are there Venezuelans out there in Peru? What is the layout as for the girls? Like, what kind of girls are out there? I know we're Peruvian, of course. What other kind? Venezuelan, Colombian?
Yeah. So the thing about that, I'm glad you touched on that. That is one of the talking points of Lima, Peru. Lima, Peru is like a hub country, something like a Panama and Costa Rica. One reason for that is Lima. I said this on my channel when I first was giving my own review. Lima, Peru currency is pretty strong comparatively, right? Not as strong as the US dollar. Not too many places is. But Lima, Peru currency is actually stronger than the Brazilian currency. It's like a 3-to-1 to the US. So because Lima, Peru's money is so strong, a lot of women from neighboring countries all come there to work and ply their trade, right? So therefore, yes, you're going to get the Venezuelans. They go everywhere, right? The Venezuelans and the Colombians and the Ecuadorians. And you get some of everything down there. So the good thing about Lima, Peru, is a mixture. It's a big mixture of a lot of women that come there like they do Panama, because you know Panama uses the US dollar.
Right.
Sucks. I hate it, right? Because Panama uses the US dollar, what? A lot of women come there. Costa Rica, a lot of different women come there. So Lima, Peru is on that level where you would get a lot of mixture. You can get a big variety in Lima, Peru.
Right. And shout out to Jesse Short. So I just left Cartagena, had no problems. It's alive and well. Big Boss, you a real one. I'm from the hood. So when I'm traveling, I'm definitely not visiting any hood. So he said, look, you can keep the hood, Big Boss. He'll do Miraflores if he was to ever go to Peru or the Barranca area. So shout out to Jesse Shorts. Now, like I said, it's still with shout out to all 205 people watching Raze Big Boss Real Talk. Subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk channel. Drop this channel link in the chat. He's giving us his review of Lima, Peru. Now, still compare it to Sasua because we're on that topic right now. Now, you just explained the woman difference. Now, let's see. As far as everything else, pricing, as far as like inflation going on in front, like not really, for what you really like with the woman. Let's just say for food, lodging, and atmosphere. Who you got, Sasua or Lima, Peru? That's what a lot of people are here for, to really for you to break it down.
Right. Well, what I would have to say is, like I was even telling you offline somewhat, is with a lot of this shit, well, I noticed because I'm well traveled, been to the Brazil, the Thailand, and all the other shits. It's the city vibe and the beach vibe, right? At the beach town. So I'm gonna unpack that. So when you're talking about, the Dominican Republic, you have your Sasua and your Punta Cana, right? And your Boca Chica. The whole thing is an island. So it's a whole lot of beaches, right? Because it's an island, so it's a lot of coast. But basically you talk about your Sasua and the Sasua beach town, and then you talk about your Santo Domingo city. You talk about Thailand, right? You have your Bangkok, that big city Bangkok, but then you have your beach town of Pattaya or Pattaya. Even Brazil, you have your beach of Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana, where everybody see, but you have the city Sao Paulo. So in a lot of these places, Kenya. Yeah, where I went, Nairobi, the big city, Nairobi, but the beach area, Mombasa. So when all these piffy shit, and like somebody say, Big Boss got a master's degree in Chica. No, I got a PhD degree, man. I got a doctor's in this shit. If anybody, Boss knows hoes. I know this P for P shit. I know this mongering shit. I traveling for Chica, traveling for hoes. So this whole type shit, what we do is normally going to be your beach vibes and your big city vibes. Colombia, Medellin, all up in the mountains with, you know, them tall skyscraper type apartments with the graffiti all on them. You know what I'm saying? Your big Medellin, or where? Your Cartagena. You know what I'm saying? Big city vibe, beach vibes. Now, normally, I hear somebody say they don't travel for hoods. I don't necessarily travel for hoods. I travel for chicas. And I'm being PG. On my channel, you know what I would say. I would say, bust it up. And if I'm traveling for chicas, I go where the hose is at. So if the hose is in the hood, then guess what? Boss is going to the hood where it's good. If the hose is on the beach, I'm going to the beach. But I prefer, right, on vacation, I would prefer, who don't prefer a beach, clear water, palm trees, all the shit, drinking out of, a coconut, you know, with the straw in it, all the shit, you know. So I do prefer the beach vibes. And beach town areas tend to be more lit. Prices across the board tend to be a little bit lesser a lot of times. In a beach town, what I noted from all my travels, beach towns, rules and regulations are a little more lax. Why? Because a lot of times it's a city, right? It is a city, but it's more of an unregulated town, where in a big city rules apply, right? So in a beach town, in a lazy beach town, it's like the Wild Wild West. Anything goes in the beach town, in the red light beach area. If you're trapping in a big city, you got to move like you in the big city. So somebody say they don't travel for hoods. I don't travel to go to big cities. I don't travel just to go to Bangkok. I don't travel just to go to Santo Domingo. I don't travel just to go to Medellin. I don't travel for a big city. I'm from Oakland, California. We in the shadow of San Francisco. So I don't travel for big cities. I travel for beach towns to keep it lit. But I do ultimately travel for hoes. Oh man, Big Boss, real talk.
Yeah, well, let me ask you again. What's the difference? What's the difference between Lima, Peru, and Sosúa? Now, you know, did you like the food better in Lima, Peru? Always say about the food,
right?
Who got better food, Sosúa or Lima, Peru?
You know what? Neck and neck. I hear a lot about the food, and believe it or not, I ate out at some restaurants and whatnot. I didn't do a whole
Popeyes, lot. Man. You went to Popeyes. You did.
I did McDonald's. I did McDonald's only once. They have a McDonald's. I did McDonald's once. I did.
Please tell me for the Wi-Fi. For the Wi-Fi. Please tell me for the Wi-Fi.
I did Starbucks every morning. You know, basically for my coffee and my Danishes or sandwiches and whatnot. But yeah, I ate at some of the local eateries, and the food was good. But I will say this though, that food gave me a little touch of the EBGBs in my stomach. Not a lot, but it did, to the point I'm glad I brought my Imodium ADs. I always take Imodium ADs, and most of the time I don't have to pop them. I had to pop a couple of Imodium ADs eating that food. But you know what? I would say this. In my Telegram group, in my Lima, Peru Telegram group, the guys in there was warning me before I went. They were saying like their water is bad, almost like on some Mexico type shit. Like, don't even use their water to brush your teeth.
Okay.
Be mindful of their ice. Even, you know, when you go somewhere and they put the ice in your drink, be mindful of the ice and all that. And so that might have got me. Because I'm brushing my teeth with that water. I wasn't really trying to use the bottled water to brush my teeth. I probably should have. When I got drinks, I didn't really trip on the ice. Maybe that snuck up and got me. Or what probably got me is at night, on the late night, I was eating off the street trucks. And I don't know what kind of mystery food it was. It tasted good, but I don't know what kind of mystery meat that the street trucks was.
Got you.
Late night.
Got you. So you was experienced, experimenting with some of that street food, but you didn't even know what you was eating,
Nah.
and you got like some stomach virus type thingies. So
Yeah, a very lightweight, light touch, but noticeable to the point where I had to pop the Imodiums ADs.
Now,
And more so than Kenya, Nairobi, way on the other side of the world in Africa. I was there longer. I was in Kenya, Nairobi for like 15 days. I was only in Lima for 6 days. I was in Africa for 15 days, and my stomach did not mess up once. I go to Lima for 6 days, and I had a touch or whatever. But
got you. So it's kind of not too awful though to ruin your experience.
Oh no, not at all. No.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, and so was the food seasoned? That's why we want to know. See, because we all know that the Spanish restaurants, the DR type, seasoning. We know,
Yeah, DR food is ranking. Even though I mostly eat chicken when I'm in DR though.
How was the seasoning in comparison to Sasua seasoning? Besides you getting sick, like what was the seasoning like? Like was it flavor like chicken? How was did it taste different? Like
no, it was lit. It was lit. Like I remember one particular night, man. I bit off way more than I can chew, man. I did not realize, I'm just like an American. I can't really speak Spanish like that, so I'm just pointing at stuff, right? And I pointed at this dish, and I didn't realize that dish was just like it looked. They brought me out a platter of like 5 different meats. So it had some chicken, it had steak, it had beef, it had ribs, it had all kind of stuff on there, and these big ass fat French fries, fried potato French fries with some salad.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like that probably could have fed 4 people. I ate about half of it.
Okay.
And so the meats, so the meats kind of, they do the meats almost like Brazil. Like Brazil is top notch when it comes to their meats. So their meats are very good and it's very seasoned very well. So the food is good. I don't know what really jacked my stomach up. But again, I still remember in my Telegram groups, the dudes are saying, be careful of the water. And I wasn't really that mindful. So maybe the water got me more for than the food. I don't know. But
you were drinking, what you drinking? Sink water inside your hotel?
Sink water? No, man. I was brushing my teeth with the water. I mean, maybe that was enough to get me. Brushing my teeth with the water, the ice in my drinks. Hell no, man. Nah. For drinking most of the time, because it's very, very hot, Lima, Peru, man. People told me that before I went, and you're gonna see when you go, Raze, it's like extremely hot, and the sun. It seems like the sun is like right on top of you and beams straight down. I don't know where they sit on the equator, but it is very freaking hot. You're gonna see that. So much so that they push electrolyte type drinks a lot out there because it's very hot. You see people walking around with the sun umbrellas. That's how hot it is. So
gotcha.
You're gonna have to keep drinking to stay hydrated because it's so freaking hot in Lima.
So Peru. Bottled water for anybody watching.
Bottled
water, even if you're brushing your teeth, bottled water. So it's good that you mentioned that. I just wanted to give. And shout out to Nate in your state. What's up, chat? Oh, Lima info. Yes, Nate in your state. And shout out to Jazzy P Jones. Big Boys Real Talk is kind of to be here and give us some Lima talk. Chris St. Rose never had problems with Haitian. Sub of the Big Boys Real Talk. Sub up. Sub up. Roller Tape is still up in here. Shout out to Roller Tape. QB Password Flexing. Jazzy P Jones and Jesse Shorts. Riz Milano is here. Shout out to Riz Milano. He just, we just having some Peru talk right now. This is cool. You know what I mean? Now let me get this out there. Who got the better looking woman, Lima, Peru, or Sasua? Because people are asking right now. Who got the better looking woman? These guys are women hungry. Women hungry, not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
People like the woman. You know what I'm saying? Who has the better looking woman? Straight out, without being too graphic. Lima, Peru, or Sasua?
Sasua chicks, it's hard to beat them, man. It's hard to beat them. The only thing about Sasua, the DR chicks, regardless, Dominican chicks are gonna look better than Lima, Peru chicks. But the thing about Lima, Peru, I said earlier, it's a hub type country where you have Venezuelans, you have Colombians, you have Ecuadorians. I hooked up with a Dominican out there, believe it or not, off a website. Not to be too graphic. That's how I ate for the most part. To segue into that, I was trapping mostly off websites off there, not so much street.
Okay. So, all right. But wait,
So,
so you're saying Sasua got better looks overall.
oh yeah. So do it, yeah. The phenome, the phenotype, a Dominican Republic woman phenotype is really hard to beat. To me, in my opinion, the only thing that really beats that is a Brazil. I know a lot of guys say Colombian. I don't agree, right? But it's just my opinion. A lot of guys are stuck up on these paisas, on these white Colombian paisas. My thing is Brazil women and DR women.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a coin toss for the most part. So the DR women look way better than the Lima women. But the thing about Lima, Peru, it's a hub where you have a lot of different women there. So
No, all right. Let's clear this up. Let's clear this. And shout out to Pob. I got Pob doing big things. A great video out of Bogota and Cartagena. Pob, shout out to you. Let's clear this up. So you're saying when we talk about women, because we know Lima has Venezuelans, has Colombian. Oh, you're talking about Peruvian women as compared to Sasua Dominican women, right? Or Or you throwing in the Venezuelans out there in Peru also? You say Sasua still got them.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's what I was saying, that if we're going, it's kind of known. Well, for the people who do know, like if you don't know, you don't know. But for the people who do know, Lima, Peru is not known for the beauty of their women. They're known for their food more than their women. So
we talk about Peruvians, but we not including. Well, or you're including the. That's what people want to know. Are you including the Colombian women that go there and whoever else, Venezuelans? Are you including them too? They're not getting the top crop of Colombians and Venezuelans in Lima, Peru also. And you're saying that the crop of women, no matter what they are, is better than Peruvian, Colombians, and Venezuelans that is in Lima, Peru. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying that DR women look better than Lima, Peruvian women. But I'm also saying in Lima, Peru, it's a hub type country where many different nationalities come. So you have your Venezuelans, you have your Colombians, you have your Ecuadorians. You even have some Brazilians that go up there and trap. And like I said, I even got with the Dominican Republic. So the benefit of a Lima, Peru, you have a more variety than just only going to DR and just messing with Dominicans and Haitians and a few Venezuelans that make their way over there. So you have more of a variety in Lima, Peru.
Now I'm
including the Venezuelans and Colombians. And
so you're saying that, like, because somebody asked me when I was in Punta Cana about Punta Cana women as compared to Costa Rican as far as like Jaco Beach, and I said, look, Jaco Beach has a wide variety of different ethnicities, women coming from around. I said Punta Cana women, whatever they are, they're Dominican, whatever. From what I see with the eye test, they can compete. They are just as fine as the women out there inside Jaco Beach, Costa Rica. No matter if the women are from Panama, Nicaragua, out there inside Jaco Beach, local, Costa Rican women, Dominican women that go there. I'm saying that the women, and so you're saying that the women, just to clear it up, no matter if now you just said it though. You just said no matter if they're Venezuelan, Colombian, whatever, the Dominican women not Punta Cana, in what's that, Sasua, looks better overall than any woman out there in South. Overall, but overall they look better. Okay, I got you. Just wanted to clear that up. So because some people, were like, well, if there's Colombian women there, Venezuelan, that must mean that they have better looking women than Sasua. Big Boss, this does not mean that.
They kind of. Well, the edge is always gonna go to the variety, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So if you have a place like a Costa Rica or a Panama, or now what we're talking about, Lima, Peru, that's a hub. It's a hub country that hosts a lot of different ethnicities. That right there kind of elevates it. Because when you go to DR Sasua, the women look good, but you're messing with Dominicans and Haitians. Dominicans, Haitians, and a couple of Venezuelans. You go to Lima, you messing with almost all of South America because their money is so strong. Their money is so strong, it pulls all the women there. You have more variety, more options in the Lima, Peru.
Okay, wait. Some people saying you giving a confusing answer. Right. Well, let's get roll the tape with the $5 donation. Shout out to roll the tape. Rich,
It's not
Rich.
confusing. Their brain is confused. It's not confusing. Their brain is confused. I literally said you have more women in Lima, Peru. You have more women, more to choose from. I literally said that. So I don't know what they don't understand about. You have more options. You have more variety. It's a hub country. The money is strong, so more women from all over South America all go there. And because we know even like with sports or whatnot, like free agents, they go where the money is, right? The best of the talent, the cream of the crop is going to go where the money is. So if the money is there, the currency is strong, it's a hub country, women from all over South America go there to trap to sell their wares, then you're going to have some of the best. So I don't know what people don't understand about that, but
Right. Well, Big Boss, tell me you did go to Las Serenatas in Peru. How did you like it? Shout out to you, roll the tape for the $5 donation.
Shout out to Roll the Tape. Yeah, so Las Serenatas is one of the bigger brothels, casa or brothels out there. Las Serenatas. It's lit, it's dope. It has about 150 rooms. It's 2 floors. And the night I went, it at least was almost like 100 women there. They have like I said, they have like at least 150 rooms. It's 2 floors. It's a big dance floor and a stage. So also when you go there, you can get your drinks, your beers, or whatever, and sit down. You can watch the shows. They have live shows about every 30 minutes, every hour. It's a live show. The live show is normally going to be like some of the working girls that work there are pretty multi-talented, right? They'll bring some of the working girls out from their rooms, dress them up, and have them like dance on the stage and whatnot. So you can see the girls who work there dancing on the stage. And then after the show or during the show, you can walk around. The women that's available, they all stand in front of their rooms, and you just chop it up with them, and you go in the room, close the door, paying what you pay them, and do your due. So Las Serenatas is lit. It costs about 10 souls to get in. I don't quite know what 10 souls is. Maybe like $3, I think. I don't know. It costs 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it costs 10 souls. Their money is souls, right? It costs 10 souls to get in. Their beers are like 15 souls. And to get with the ladies, to conversate with the ladies in the room, 50 souls. And I do know what that is. 50 souls is $13.50.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay. And shout out to Roller Tape. Thank you for that. Roller Tape. T Mac Colombia has a lot of variety. Shout out to you, T Mac. My God, T Mac is here. Shout out to you. He said so Lima is better as far as so they were saying they were confused with the answer, but it doesn't matter.
That's on them, man.
They got good looking women.
That's your followers, bro. Well, I was very clear in what I said. So
Peruvian women are mid compared to other 3 places. The other 3 places, says Melvin Riddle.
Okay, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. The Peruvian women, the native Peruvian women,
right?
Yeah, they're mid. They are mid. The Peruvian women are mid. But the good thing about Lima, Peru, for the 15th time, it's a hub country. So a lot of the best from South America all go there. Similar to a Costa Rica, similar to a Panama. It's a hub country, so different women from different ethnicity, they all flood there so they can work. So you're going to end up with better quality overall.
Then Sasua. Okay, so that's the answer. Yeah, best thing y'all can do is just go.
Right?
Best thing, you know what, Melvin Riddle, best thing to do is just to go and check it out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? CMJ, because Big Boss's taste might be different than your taste. You know what I'm saying? You might like the Medellin Paisa. I don't think Big Boss is into Medellin Paisa women.
I'm not. So if that's your thing, then I'm the wrong person to ask. But yeah, this person right here gets it. This person gets it.
Yeah, CMJ, he answered it. Y'all just slow. He said DR women look better, but Lima has more diversity because it's a hub for neighboring countries. Now, he clarified it because some people do wonder was he talking about Peruvian Peruvian that Peruvian women that were born and raised there, Peruvian, not Colombian.
Well, yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
if that was a misconception, then I even said that, but someone probably could have missed that. But I even said that. So yeah, the Peruvian women, the organic Peruvian native women are mid. But the good thing is you have more than just Peruvian women. You have women from neighboring countries that come there.
Right.
Country, and I said that.
Yeah. But hey, how about right? That we on Peru. Peruvian woman, the woman that grew up there. Have you had any talks with native Peruvian women? How were they attitudes?
Exactly
the native Peruvian woman, not Colombians.
Native Peru. So you know what? I think I only had one for like dealing with like on that type of time. I think one, I had a low numbers trip. This trip numbers was very low. And I think one of the women was Peruvian. Most of the women I ended up being with ended up being Venezuelan, believe it or not. Like, that's my favorite. I didn't really try it like that. I had my first lady I was with was the Ecuadorian. She was hot. She was nice. The Ecuadorian. Almost all the other ones were Venezuelans or Colombians. I only had one Peruvian, and she was cool. But you know what? That one Peruvian I had was the most busted one. I ended up being catfished. So Big Boss normally don't take a loss. I damn near took a loss on that one. I just dealt with it. She was mid. She was mid at best. Off the website, you know, I got off the website. Her pictures.
What website?
Okay, yeah. So the website for out there is called Photo Kinds. PAOTO KINES. Kinds.
Okay.
Photo Kinds. Similar to like Brazil has one called Photo Acampa. And when you go to Photo Acampa or Photo Kinds, the layout is the exact same. So it leads me to believe it's the same company or designer. I guess that photo, you know, the prefix photo is for different countries. So because Brazil uses Photo Acampa and Lima is Photo Kinds. So I really was just really eating off the website. I only had one street meet, and then I would go hit up the casas or the brothels. I only had one Peruvian, and she was not all that. So I'm glad I went, like you said, go see for yourself. You hear a lot of the rumors, you hear a lot of stuff, and then when you go yourself, you can either confirm it or dispel it, right?
Right.
I kind of confirmed that, yeah, they're kind of mid. In the area I was staying in, the regular ladies I was seeing, especially in the mall, especially at the shopping mall, in the street, the regular ladies I was seeing, it's kind of mid. And if the ladies kind of look a kind of way, most likely she was something else other than Peruvian. So, hey, it is what it is. Shout out to Lima, Peru, though. So,
no, you gotta shout out to them, you know, because one bad experience with a female don't mean all of them is like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know, and I would say that the experience was just her looks, because her attitude, the service was good. Like, her service was like one of the best, believe it or not. So at least you have that. Here it is. She was my least looking one I had, but her service was pretty much top notch. So at least they know to do that, right? Hey, man, pick a struggle. If you don't look that hot, you better have some very good service. And my most difficult ones, if we're going to get into this later or not, the most difficult ones dealing with was them damn Colombians. Go figure. Go figure. Them damn Colombians in Lima, Peru were the most difficult. And my smooth, easy ones was basically my Venezuelans that I already love already. So,
got you. Well, Keith Jenkins is in the building. Shout out to you, Keith Jenkins.
Shout out to Keith Jenkins, man. Shout out to Keith Jenkins.
Shout out to you, Keith Jenkins. Salute to you. Whatever the $2 donation, Big Boss or low budget travelers, good for this sector. Thank you for the $2 donation. Raze Travel Fund. Raze gonna try out Lima, Peru. Well, unless Big Boss say no, don't go. It's not worth it at the end. Wait, we see.
At the very end, after we're gonna say for the very end, the final thing. But I'll tell you this right now. I'm gonna jump ahead and Raze. The price for fun to hang out with the ladies, whatever you want to call it, code words. Average price in Lima, Peru, especially in the area I was at, is this. It's 100 souls. This is 100 soul note, right? And this 100 soul note is about $30. If you look it up on Google, it's 27.
Okay.
This is $27. I say $30. I normally always round off money just to make it easier for me, to keep track, right? So I say $30 is $27. You can't go wrong with $27 for box. Oh man.
Well, all right. Well, speed dating, but whatever. So guys,
you ain't gonna get a green dollar sign, Raze.
Yeah,
give it up.
220 people watching. Raise your Raze, Big Boss Real Talk. Go ahead and subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk. It feels good talking about other countries right now. Outside the quote unquote Big Four. We got Thailand, we got Dominican Republic, we got Colombia and Brazil. So I like to talk about some countries outside the Big Four, quote unquote, for the past for bros and just bros in general. And this is a good one right here. Big Boss is kind enough to come up here and give us his trip review. He has left Peru right now. I was supposed to meet up with him, but I did not get a chance to. So, but he is kind enough to come up here. Are you enraged travelers or I get you mean or mongers, whatever, with the $2 donation to the Raise Your Rage Travel Fund. Well, shout out to you, whatever. And Big Boss to tell you, he is a hardcore. Let's just say we all love women. We love women. I'm gonna just keep it like that. We love women, but we also like the sight and sounds of the place. When I go, I'm going to see certain historic sites because they got Peru seems like it's like an ancient city. They got ancient stuff out there. So I've never got to see ruins in person, you know what I'm saying? And I'm all for seeing some ancient stuff. I want to try the food. And of course, I'm going to hang around some women. I'm gonna just keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going for the guys, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going for the men. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. Shout out to you with the $2 donation and $2 right there. But like I said, if it was all about women, I'd just go back to Colombia. That was the case because Colombia got some of the best looking women I can ever, on the planet, from what I see. But it's not just about that, as far as me personally, you know what I mean? I want to explore other places. Like I said, I got some historical sites to see, you know what I'm saying? If it was just only about women, I just go where I know there's beautiful women. Cartagena, Clock Tower, you know what I'm saying? OW with the 50, yo.
OW here to bring trouble to
504 support for channels. Shout out to my guy OW is in the building. Shout out to you, OW. This is going to Raise and Race Travels 2025. OW is here. Shout out to you, OW, man. We talking some Lima, Peru. It feels good to be talking some Lima, Peru. You know what I'm saying?
Something new, huh?
Yeah.
Something new, yeah. Lima, Peru. Like I said, that 100 soul is 27, and then if people type in 29, it's a such thing called Google. So since it's 27 to the US, so 100 souls is 27 US dollars.
Right. Okay.
People type in 39. I was just there. I had to re-up my money a couple times. I went to the ATM. I did the Cambio money exchanger. So if I was just there and I said it's 27, then it's 27. So you type in 39. Listen to somebody who just went.
Okay, and Chris Connell says, okay, great. Yeah, like I said, once again, shout out to OW. My guy OW is here in the building.
Here to bring trouble too.
Right. Raze, you need to go back to school. We all love woman. It's woman, Negro. Hey, shaking my head. Dude is almost 50. Hey, Will.
I'm past 50. What you talking about? I'm past 50.
No, send that in the super chat, Will. You
really?
ass ninja. Yeah.
Really?
Don't make me get on my B-dub, Will. I'll call you. Don't make me get on my B-dub. I start roasting you trolls in the chat. We love woman and women. I don't know what Will loves. You know what I'm saying? Will might love them lady boys.
Lady boys. He probably loved lady boys. Yeah, But
Yeah.
Mr. Will, I'm 53. I'm 53.
And we shout out the Will though. Send a super chat though. And where's Zed? We need Zed. We need Zed
Right?
to come in here.
Yeah,
and
where's
troll.
Zed at, man? Shout out to Zed,
Yeah.
man. Where's Zed?
Sunday Night Smoke is
Keep,
in the
what's she say?
building.
Keep Africa passport free, passport bro free.
Shout out to Sunday Night Smoke, by the way, for his Puna across from Tentacle eating at Yo. Shout out to Sunday Night Smoke. He's loving some Puna Cana. Like I said, I'll try everywhere, man. You know, it doesn't matter to me. Like Big Boss try places, and we are here to give y'all a review. You know what I'm saying? And
He hope he looked like me when he hit 53, 54. He hope he had clear skin like a baby at 54. 1971, same year as Tupac, baby. Same year as Tupac.
He said he not sending money to men. So Will, you gonna keep sending to them hoes out there in Sasua. Will, that's what you gonna
Western Union Poppy.
keep being that Western Union Poppy, Will.
Western Union Poppy. He's sending $1,000 a month.
And like I said, Sunday Night Smoke. Yo, Smoke, you do know about that gas station. Now, y'all used to tease me about the Tentacle. You'll see one day, maybe you go out there one day, Big Boss. That gas station is a club itself. It's like a club outside. Like there's a club in the back.
I believe it.
No, well, not a club, but like a bar. It's a bar.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Some spots be cranking like that.
Yeah, and it's a bar inside of the gas station too,
Right.
where the girls go at night, like after the clubs start closing. So that, yeah, you know,
Like,
yeah, but it's cool.
Liquor stores be the hangout spots. Like, you know, burger joints be the hangout spots, you know, where people hang out and blast the music. So I know about shit like that. So I can picture that. Like that gas station is like a lit hangout spot, right? I get it.
Tony Smith says Peru ain't it. LOL. Tony Smith. So, well, for people that say that, what you got to see to Tony Smith when they say Peru ain't it? Did you enjoy your time in Peru? Now, overall, did you enjoy Peru better than Sasua overall? Now, did you enjoy when people would say, "Hey, Big Boss, Peru ain't it"? What you got to say to that? Just straight out. Let me go take a leak right quick.
Yeah. Oh man. I would say if you're a traveler, you need to hit up multiple spots anyway to see what works for you, because what worked for you most likely ain't gonna work for me, and what I like you might not like. And like I said on my own channel a couple of months ago, back in January, at the beginning of 2025, passport bros or whatever you call yourself, you need to stop going to the same place 15 times, and you need to start getting more stamps. So stop going to DR 15 times. Start going to Thailand. Start going to Brazil. Hell, go to Africa. So it don't hurt to hit a spot one time, right? So I think everybody should. There's no reason to not hit Lima, Peru. You know, it's a lot to do. And let's keep it a buck. In this space, we all do the same thing, whether you call yourself the passport bro monger or not. You know what I'm saying? My personal opinion, I think that's some bullshit. We all mongers. We all P for P. We are, whether you want to verbally call yourself for that or not, we all pretty much do the same thing. We might do it in different ways or whatnot. So Lima, Peru definitely should be on the ticket for any traveler, passport bro, whatever. Nothing else is not super far. I mean, if you're going to go to Colombia, why not go to a Lima, Peru, right? Again, for what we travel for, speed dating or not, price alone is worth just going for the one time, and the food is great. Like, come on, $27, $27 on average, $13 in a brothel, not even $60 for a baddie off a website. Why not hit it? Now, that being the case, my thing, I prefer beach town areas. So I would prefer like a Pattaya, a Mombasa, you know what I'm saying? Even a Sasua, I prefer a beach town versus than trying to trap in the big city. I went so I won't be a hypocrite, so I can kind of follow my own words. I went so I can hit it for the one time. I think everybody should check it out for the one time. Lima, Peru, what it do? Why not? when I hit Lima, Peru, good food, hot weather, a lot to do, a lot to see. And for what we travel for, $27 and $13. Oh man, cut it out. Stop playing.
Right. Well, and shout out to all 221 people watching. Big Boss Salini in here giving his Peru review. And subscribe to Big Boss channel, please. Subscribe to Big Boss channel. He's here giving y'all, and you've been doing pretty well as far as your algorithm with the your live streams with talking about Peru. So congratulations with that. So it's not just a trip personal for you, it's a trip for YouTube also. I see you doing well with your live streams, getting the views, you know what I mean? So there's some interest. You might have to go back for YouTube purposes just to go live, you know what I'm saying? You might have to.
Exactly. Well, you know, and if and when I do go back, second time or third time, you know, the trips always get better, you know, because you don't know what you don't know when you go for the first time. That's the beauty of going somewhere for the first time. So because like I said at the beginning of 25, we're going to go different places. I fell into the rut of going to Brazil 5 times, going to Thailand 6 times, going to DR 5 times, and where I only did the Philippines once, I did Africa once. So I said, let me start spreading it out, trying other places. It won't hurt than going to the same place 15 times. So why not hit a Lima, Peru? When it's a hub places where you get a lot of different chicks from all over. You get a variety, a lot of different chicks for all over. The food is great, and the price is like $27. Why not?
And let me ask you this: what is your favorite spot so far that you've been to? What is your favorite spot? And then I'm gonna ask you something else.
Okay. Thailand, Pattaya, Thailand, and a real close number 2 is Brazil.
Okay, good. So I asked you this because some people get addicted to going to the same spot over and over and over again. You just said Pattaya is your favorite, which I can understand why you wouldn't keep going out there. I guess the cost is so far. So Brazil, your second favorite, much closer.
Much closer.
Why won't you just keep going to Brazil? Do you feel good about switching it up, trying out these other places?
I do.
You know, even if they're not your favorite over Brazil, which probably they're not.
They're not.
But do you feel rewarded? Is it rewarding to actually give it a try?
You hit the nail on the head, Raze. I guess I am a traveler after all. Yes, I'm a monger, and whatever it says he liked my honesty. It's in my in my tag. It should be. I don't know if it shows up. It says monger division. So I'm an absolute monger. I don't play these games. I travel for buzz, but I'm not I'm a passport bro. P for P monger. That's what I do. Even with that being said, I am a traveler. I actually liked it that I was going somewhere different. It gave the little jitters like going to a first time play, you know, like your first time. So that was dope. Now, yes, that Lima, Peru falls way under a Brazil and a Thailand.
Right.
But I'm actually glad I went with no regret. I'm glad I got out the way. I'm glad I checked it off the bucket list. And I would even spend a block. I would spend a block on it. One, you can't lose because the price is cheap, right? You can't lose. And then on the second time, you're going to move better, just period. You go somewhere a second or third time, you're going to improve and do a little better. So you
got more places to go see. You got more to see, you know, on the next trips. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
absolutely.
And I
you have more to see. You have more to see things that you didn't do the first time. You can do the second time. You have more to see, but also in a real way, the second time you know more when you go back. So you build on that knowledge. So yeah, I definitely spend the block.
And that's why I wanted to get out there. You know, we all might have our favorite place to go, but I never feel that it's a waste of money going to new spots because you still get to see a new spot. You know what I mean?
The only way is bad unless you have like a very bad experience.
Get robbed or kidnapped or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, that being the case, now, yeah, if I went to Thailand and got robbed, got beat up, went to jail, and then that would be a wasted trip. That trip I could have stayed at home and went somewhere else. So it comes down to the experience overall, or just that trip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very glad that I hit it up. That I didn't go right back to Brazil. Now I still love Brazil. I love Brazil, but I'm glad that I did hit up a new spot. It felt good going to a new place.
It felt good that you're not addicted to one spot, which is, I guess there's nothing wrong when you're traveling. Long as you're happy in life, you know what I'm saying? No matter, but in the world, like you can say you are a world traveler technically, you know what I'm saying? Because not technically you are, because you've been around the world.
I've been to Africa. I've been to Africa. I've been to Africa. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Philippines. I've been to Brazil. So yeah, now Lima, Peru. So I'm jumping off the porch before a lot of guys too. A lot of guys have not been to Brazil yet, Raze. Yeah, so it is what it is. It's good to move around. It's good to move around. And then you build your knowledge of you have a Rolodex in your mind. Like I say, yeah, I'm a monger, but see, I am an intellectual. I am a monger philosopher. So I think very deeply. I'm an intellectual, believe it or not. Even though I'm a strong brute, I'm also an intellectual, but I'm an intellectual monger philosopher. So I like to go to these different places and then break them down.
No, and that's what it's all about, getting your experiences. And you just never know. Maybe you retire one day, you be like, you know what? I did like Lima, okay? I might want to, live there. Even though, because it's good to experience these places, not just for the woman. Because you might one day want to live someplace for 6 months. Maybe you hit lotto or something. You might want to live someplace for 6 months, and you be like, you know what? I did enjoy Lima, Peru. Let me stay there for 6 months instead of Oakland. You know what I'm saying? That's it, So whatever with the $5 donation, Big Boss. I like your honesty as a certified mongerer. Are you down with the no C gang or the no rubber lovers? And do you know where they come from? Well, you know what? Let's not go into detail with that. Yeah, it's not.
I could answer it. I mean, I don't mind, but I don't understand the last part though. He said, "And do you know where they come from?" But yeah, I'm down. Basically, yes. To answer your question, yes. But I don't understand the last part. Do I know where they come from?
Well, we don't need to go into detail for that, but thank you for that. Whatever, and that's Big Boy. The opinions expressed by Big Boy's Real Talk does not reflect the opinions of Raze. Okay. Kings and Dreams, this guy, right? Kings and Dreams.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Kings and Dreams.
$2 donation. My guys, big up Double R and Big Boss. Stand on business. Shout out to you, Kings and Dreams. Been a while, Kings and Dreams. How you doing? Hope all is well with you, Kings and Dreams. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Kings and Dreams is here. He sent another $2. Double R and Big Boss in the building. Keep cooking. He said, keep cooking, Big Boss. And we are cooking right now. Now, Medellin, Colombia, and Peru. What did you like better? Medellin, Colombia, Peru. Lima, Peru.
Well, I hate Medellin.
Oh wow.
So,
man.
Boom. Yeah, Medellin is almost the bottom of the list. Medellin is under Sosúa, and that's kind of low because I don't care for Sosúa no more. So I don't like Medellin. So Lima would beat Medellin with me all day, but I don't care for Medellin. I know that's heresy in this space. These guys love it, but I guess they love them white paisas, them white Colombian paisas, and they like getting scoped. But I don't like Medellin.
All right, so okay, you didn't just like the vibe. You didn't like the way the woman was vibing with you out there.
I don't like nothing about Medellin. But I love Bogota. I love Bogota, and I have not yet been to Cartagena, but I will rectify that within a month. Next month, I will actually be going to Cartagena for the first time, right? So that's been a glaring hole in my passport bro resume. Been way to Asia, even been to Africa, the motherland, but have not yet hit the CTG. So I'm finally going to do Cartagena next month. So my Colombia can kind of be complete. But I know Colombia is bigger than the big three, Medellin, Bogota, Cartagena, because you have Cali, you have your Barranquilla, you have all that stuff. But I'm going to hit Cartagena next month. But I don't care for Medellin. So again, though, I just say this: when I go to these countries, I tend not to stay in the big city. I would do the big city type shit normally once, just to fill it out. Like, and I've been consistent with that. Five DR trips. Only one was Santo Domingo, and all of them was Sosúa. Even the Santo Domingo, I did a few days Santo Domingo and made sure I got my ass to Sosúa, and the rest were all Sosúa. When I do Thailand, you fly into Bangkok, but there's been trips. I did it 6 times, right? 6 Thailand. There's been times, like half of those 6 trips, I fly into Bangkok. I literally hop on a bus or a private taxi and go straight to Pattaya. I leave the big city. So I don't really go to these countries to go to a big city. I don't try to just go to Bangkok. I don't try to go to Santo Domingo. I go to these places so I can hurry to get to the beach town, because normally the lazy red light beach area is going to be where it's more lit. When I went to Kenya, yes, I did Nairobi, right? I did Nairobi, and I couldn't escape Nairobi to get to Mombasa this time, and it was cool. So I would give most places one shot, whatever. And after that one shot, I got to do it moving. So,
well, you got to answer that a little more as far as Medellin, because you know you got a lot of Medellin fans up in here.
But that's their problem. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. It's not my problem that people are stuck on Medellin.
They say you must have
like it. They like it. It's trash. I don't like Park Lares. I don't like nothing about Medellin. So
wow.
I don't have to answer nothing.
Wow.
They like what they call it, Medi. They like Medi so much they can go to Medi and get scoped. They can go to Medi and get scoped. I don't like Medellin.
So for the record, Big Boss picks Lima, Peru over Medellin. So you'll go back to Lima, Peru before Medellin, Colombia.
Yeah, I'm never going no Medi again. Never. So yeah, I'll go to Sosúa before I go to Medi.
You're in Bogota, but you do like Bogota, Colombia.
Oh yeah, I love Bogota.
You would pick Bogota over Lima?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Bogota over Lima. Yeah.
Okay.
Bogota is up there. Bogota is like right behind Rio. You know, Rio and Sao Paulo. So Bogota is strong, man. So that's why I have to see. And it's a trip. How obviously, right, in the same country. Yeah, duh. But in the same country, Colombia. I love Bogota and I hate Medi. So that's why that triangle. I want to see what that Cartagena do.
Well, so you might be the type of person that'll like San Jose, Costa Rica over a Jaco Beach, Costa Rica. You might come out liking San Jose, Costa Rica over Jaco Beach, Costa Rica when you finally do go to Costa Rica. So so that's why I tell people you got to try these places yourself, because everybody's an individual. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know, but I get it. I know what I said right now is heresy within this space. What I said is heresy in this space. But I was one of the first a few years ago that was talking against Sosúa when people were still stuck on it. And a lot of guys are still stuck on it. But I was one of the first to jump off the porch that first start putting down Sosúa when people were still stuck on it. Now I've been putting down Medellin while people are stuck on it. So I don't care about going against the grain. You know, people like what they like. I go against the grain and tell you what I like. And Medi is not it. Medi is not it. Nah, not at all.
Not it. It's not it. Not it.
And I did it. You know what? I will say this. I'm normally willing to spend a block and give a place at least another chance if I don't like it. Especially if I'm basing it off a first-time trip, right? If I'm basing it only off of one single trip, I'm fair enough to at least give it another shot. But here's the thing. Even every time I got ready to give Medi another shot, I said, let me see. Maybe I'm tripping because everybody loves it, man. I even have a saying. You probably heard it in the groups. I only say it in the group. I say it here. People say Medellin is the best thing since sliced ice cream, right?
Right.
You heard me say that before. Medellin is the best thing since sliced ice cream, according to others. So maybe I'm tripping. But every time I got ready to spin the block, well, somebody named Raze would play the jazz music This person got scoped. That person got scoped. This person got robbed. This person got kidnapped. This person got scoped. This person died. So I said, damn. I didn't even like Medellin, not even for the scope stuff. Because when I went, it's before the scoping was really popular and known. I just didn't like it because I didn't like the vibe. I didn't like the get down. So then when I got ready to try to spin the block and give it a second chance, when I got ready to go back, all the scope shit happened. I said, well.
Would you give? Well, you said you're going to try Cartagena. Now,
yes.
the Willies, you know, Ice City, he was just up here last week. Ice City.
Yes, shout out to Ice City 510 and the Willies.
He's about to make his way out to Colombia for the first time. He's talking about doing both Medellin and Cartagena. Would you be? Well, I guess you still gotta try Cartagena. So you wouldn't even do Medellin again with the Willies.
No. Well, okay. Big Boss breaks. The whole reason I'm doing Cartagena is because of Willie. So surprise, surprise. Some people don't know. Big Boss, I am a Willie. I'm actually a day one Willie. So I'm a Willie. So the Willies do a trip every 420. You know, they're big weed smokers. Shout out to Ice, even though I say he doesn't smoke marijuana weed, he smoke props. But the Willies are big weed smokers. So we do a group trip every 420, April 20. I didn't do last year's group trip. Last year's group trip was to Thailand. But I was already going to Thailand with my brother, if you remember, for his birthday. So I didn't go with the Willies last 420. This 420, we all voted. You know, we voted within the group. Shout out to the Willies. The Willies voted to go to Cartagena for 420. And since I never been to Cartagena, I said, well, this is the perfect time to kill two birds with one stone. I can finally do a Willie's trip and go to Cartagena.
Mm-hmm.
Now Ice is saying that what he wants to do when he goes to because he hasn't been to Colombia. So shout out to Ice for going to new place. Shout out to Ice for going to Thailand last year. Right? I like that. Oakland brother that went to Thailand. So now Ice City wants to go to Colombia. He never been. So when he goes to Colombia next month, he wants to do both Medi and Cartagena. I told Ice, I said, Ice, I'll meet you in Cardi. I'm not doing a Medellin with you. So I need whenever he figure out his exact dates, whatever dates he's in Medi, I won't be there. But when Ice City and the Willies are in Cartagena, Big Boss will pull up. Oh, man. And then I can talk to Bogota.
Oh, Bogota. Okay. Some guy in the chat said Bogota is depressing. But that's Big Boss. Your personality, you like certain areas, you know.
That's one of my favorite. Bogota is one of my favorite places. So, but then, you know, but that's cool though, because people like what they like. So everybody in this space love them some fucking Medi, right? They love Medellin, like sliced ice cream.
Kings of Dreams too. Kings of Dreams. You send a super chat. I'm gonna get to a super chat.
Right. And I hate Medi. And then the guy that said Bogota is boring, and Bogota is one of the most lit places. If you know what you know, a lot of people.
I know how I move, right? Yeah.
And you got. So, but that's the beautiful thing about this. So that's why people gotta use the passports, man. You gotta travel. You gotta mix it up. You gotta go to other spots to see.
When you go to Cartagena, let me know, because I want you to meet up with my guy JD from Hassamity. I know you keep hearing me talk about him and his family, wonderful family out there in Hassamity. You know, I know you heard about Umbrella Street. He lived right around the corner from Umbrella Street in Hassamity. Great family, great food. Now, I don't lie when I say they cook. They cook over there. Great food. Great pricing for food. Just, you know, you could chill outside, sit on the street. It's my favorite part of Cartagena, to be honest. But I've been to Manga. I've been to other places, El Castillo. So Cartagena, you would like Cartagena, definitely. James Jones with the 499. You have come a long way in this game. Salute, Sergeant
Gator.
You know Gator.
Sergeant Gator. Shout out to Sergeant Gator. I'm gonna say this in your channel. On my very first trip. Before Big Boss was really Big Boss, my first trip in 2018 to DR Sosua, Sergeant Gator paid for my first chica. A Santo Domingo dime.
Oh, God. Well, shout out to you, Sergeant Gator.
I'll never forget that.
Shout out to you, Sergeant Gator, for that.
Sergeant Gator paid for my very first chica.
Your very first date,
from Santo Domingo. Back in 2018, when Sosua had quality. Well, Even then, the quality normally came from Santiago or Santo Domingo. But back in 2018, when it was sweet, Raze.
Well, you know what? You never answered the question.
Green dollar sign, Raze. Green dollar sign, man.
Or members only. Well, I'll keep it out. But let's say this.
Or members only. There you go.
You never really answered the question. Overall, do you like Lima, Peru over Sosúa, or Sosúa you still like over Lima, Peru? We because we just we comparing.
Right, we compare. That's hard. Okay. Environment overall, I like DR Sosúa. There you go. Yeah, I hate to say it because
Beach
I
town.
still love the environment. It's the chicas, man. The chicas are the worst thing about Sosúa, man.
Wow.
If I can take chicas from almost anywhere else and
Put them
import
in
chicas, it'll be dope. But them chicas, man, that mindset, the money hungry, the scams, the changing prices, the not really want to serve you. The chicas are the worst thing. And I travel for chicas. But you got to remember, again, Lima, Peru, at least where I was at, right? It was a city. So
not a beach town per se. It is a beach
a
over there,
town.
but not a beach town. Not
So
a beach.
To me, to Big Boss, beach town already wins over cities anyway. A beach town is going to win over a city all day anyway.
Yeah, for a lot of people, especially
but,
for vacation.
But again, I would do the beach. I would do the city for the one time to experience. So I would experience Bangkok once. I experienced Santo Domingo once. I'll go to a city to check it out. But if you go to my default would just be a beach town. So now you're talking about Lima, Peru, in the Mega Plaza hood, in the hood of a city, versus a Sosúa beach town.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
If that makes sense. It's a nuance type shit, but that's the joys of travel, right?
Yeah, I guess it's what you're in the mood for in that moment, in that month. Right. Sometimes your liking can change month to month. Maybe you see me, I'll be out here in the cold in the wintertime, right? So maybe
I just
get out, I get to any warm, any hot town in any country, and I would love that town because I escaped the cold of New York City. So that'd sway my judgment. It just depends, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I guess there's no real winner into it.
I'm coming from sunny California, man. You're not really, West Coast, West Side, sunny California. So
you're not really picking a winner though. So I guess it's a draw. I guess it's a draw as far as Sosúa and Lima, Peru overall. I'm talking about overall, not just the woman. Overall. Because there's things you like about Lima as far as the woman, and then there's things about culture, I guess camaraderie out there inside Sosúa. Flip flops. You've been to flip flops out there in Sosúa?
Yeah. Shout out to Flip Flop. Shout out to Finger. Shout out to the Zoes. Shout out to the Haitians. Shout out to Finger. Shout out to all the shops, the restaurants and the shops there on the beach. But let's keep it a buck. Like I said, I told you this like offline, man, Raze. With this travel shit, people talk a lot of shit, man. Don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. Because people say all kind of stuff, but watch where they go. Watch where they spend their money. Watch where they book their flights. So you say all of this, but you always going to this destination. When it comes time for you to spend your money, when you book your flights, when you go somewhere, watch where they go. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Well, King of Dreams, nasty work, big boss. There's melanin in Medi. So he's saying,
there is.
He didn't like that you said there's the white snow bunnies out there.
Oh yeah, but the guys in our space always chasing the damn Pisces. But when I go to Medi, I still try to find the Venezuelans and or those Afro Colombians that normally come from the coast, that come from the Barranquilla and Cali. So yeah. So like I said, you put me anywhere, I'm gonna turn up and do what it do. Even in a place like Medi. I'm gonna turn up and hey, I'm gonna get my dick wet. Yo. Oh shit, green dollar sign on Raze show. Well, I'm gonna get my dick wet. I'm gonna do what it do. But the thing is, how easy is it? How often is it? How much resistance? what's the cost going to be like? What's the attitude going to be like? What's the service going to be like? So now I might just have low numbers instead of, going crazy, having high numbers. Because I'm going to do something where I can at least get one a day just because I'm there versus my 2 or 3 a day and being lit. So the thing is about ease of use, man. Ease of use, point and click type shit. So I'm not trying to be nowhere where it's hard. The chicks are hard-headed. The chicks are uncooperative. You know what I'm saying? They throwing up high prices. They're not trying to work. Wherever I go, I'm going to get it in. I'm big bossy boss. You can tell bossy boss got the sauce. I'm going to do what it do. I'm going to get it in some shape, form, or fashion. But I'm not going to a vacation place just to get by, just to skate. I'm going to a vacation place so I can be lit. Oh, man, and that's real talk.
Well, King Dreams asking, shout out all 240 people watching Big Boys Real Talk with Raze. Hit the like button, get the likes up. Lima, Peru review, which is great for the channel, for this channel, Raze channel. Like I said, I have correspondence. So even if I'm not boots on the ground personally myself, I have you guys. You guys go to a Punta Cana, you go to a Peru, you go to a Kenya, you go to a Thailand, and if Raze can't be there, you guys come back and you report. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you guys. Shout out to Big Boss for coming up here, giving us this Lima, Peru review. He is back in the States right now, Oakland. So Big Boss, this is courtesy of King of Dreams. Once again, subscribe to King of Dream channel. Big Boss, let KND show you Medi for real. You heard. Who's oh, King of Dreams. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shut up. Yeah. King's the Dream. He's a big Medi guy. He said on this channel, he got his paper right. He even owns property in Medi. So, you kind of like, no offense, you kind of like Flip Flop and DR Sasua. You have a vested interest, right? Where Flip Flop has a restaurant in Sasua, you own some property in Medi. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. And shout out to you. But no, I'm good. I'll be open to it once, if ever, and I doubt it happen, if the Colombian authorities ever can crack down on the scopings and the druggings. The scene is not, but again, when I first didn't like Medi, it wasn't even for the drugging. I just didn't like the get down. And then when I thought about trying to give it a second chance, that's when all the druggings happened. So I said,
well, what was it like? You didn't like the woman, like you didn't like the woman's attitude, Big Boss. What was it about it? You didn't like the attitude. You didn't like their
Hold on one sec, Ray.
Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, and let me get to Marquise King. What are the prices like in Lima? Well, he went over that earlier with the $4.99 donation, Raze Travel Fund. I'm drinking some beer right now. I'm gonna be out there in Peru. I'm gonna give Peru a chance also. I think my ink was doing better. I'm going to do Machu Picchu. That's another reason I went on and push my trip back. I'm going to do Machu Picchu. I don't know about the Rainbow Mountain thing, but my ink was better. I've been watching International Zoe's video on how to get to Machu Picchu, so shout out to him. And the pricing and the tour stuff. So I'm gonna need a longer stay out there inside Peru in general. Because that's the Cusco area. It's like I gotta take a flight out, like $100 round trip out of Lima to the Cusco area. Be there for like a couple of days. So I've been watching that. Shout out to International Joe for that information on his channel. Like I said, he pretty much said Lima prices for everything is really cheap. Marquise King. You go back and rewind. He was talking about the souls now. $27 for speed dating and stuff like that. We just keep it like that. But it may be even cheaper, but like I said, we don't really do prices over here like that. But everything like lodging, I see some stuff. I think for you, Marcus King, a lot of people would probably rather be in a Miraflores area, Barranca area, that area, and because I think you would get a more nicer ambiance as far as like the way it looks, the area and it's the Lima street clips. I've watched his videos. There are girls everywhere, basically. But you can move around. Don't be lazy. I suggest stay in a nice area out there. But hey, till we stay on. Big Boss, he chooses. He's Big Boss Salini. He chooses to be in the hood. Let him be in the hood. God damn it. I'm just not going in the hood. I said, yo, Bill, I'll meet you out there. If I meet you out there, I am not staying in that area. I'm just not going to do it. Now I might visit for the daytime, but I ain't staying in no mega
They
flat.
staying at night, huh?
Hell no.
Sundown town.
I am not doing it, big boss. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just not doing it. Unless you had like $10 hotel, $10 a night hotels, and
Right.
you buy, you know what? 10 nights, I only spend like $100. Maybe I would
$100.
be more tempted, but you say you paid like $90 for that hotel, right? In mega
Yeah, but I did that. I did that on purpose. That was one because it was a calculus. I knew it was going to be a short trip, like 5 or 6 days, right? So I took 5 days. It's almost 500, and it wasn't even quite 90. It was like 80-ish. So five nights, 6 days. So less than $500. My budget for hotels is always going to be anywhere from 300 to 500, 600, 700, 800, right? If I'm somewhere longer, then yeah, I'm gonna try to find a place that's like $35, $40 a night, 50 max. But I knew this was only gonna be like 5 days, so I said, why not? But yeah.
Yeah, it's that shout out to Kiki. Kiki's in. I mean, my fault. Zeke.
No, that's Zeke.
Yeah,
that's
Zeke is in the building. Shout out to Zeke.
Yeah.
And like I said, my guy in Either State and Kings of Dreams, man. You guys are coming through. Level 6 Mangara says KB Scoop.
Level 6. I'm level 100, man. I'm maxed out stats. But that's the thing though. With this traveling type stuff, man. The different levels to it. Like I said, that's why it's good, you know, for first time guys to go to places like DR where it's kind of like training grounds, like boot camp, right? And it's a good level of difficulty for someone to figure out. As shout out to NYC The Future, he's figuring out. In my opinion, armchair quarterbacking, NYC hasn't even mastered DR yet. He probably will eventually, but DR Satsu is a good place for first-time passport bros to go before you venture off.
When Big Boss going to Europe, says Anonymous. I mean, ask Anonymous. Are you ever planning on going to Europe?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe as early as next year at 2026.
Go to the summertime. Go to the summertime. Yes, make sure it's summertime.
Right. When I go to Europe, you know, I pretty much I want to try to hit up Germany. Some of the FKs in Germany, I hear, you know, their version of brothels and their red light districts.
Oh man,
Germany. Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to. Hey, if I'm gonna mess with a snow bunny, I'm gonna go to snow. I'm not gonna go to Colombia for a snow bunny to get with a white paisa in Colombia. If I want a snow bunny, I'm going to Russia. I'm getting me a Melania Trump. Oh man.
Well, you're not going to Russia right now, but you know,
not right now. Yeah,
you're not going to get traded in for a basketball player. You know, you get
exactly
out there. So.
Exactly.
But So Germany, Amsterdam. I've been to Amsterdam. You would dig Amsterdam just
I'm down for that.
See the canals.
I'm down for hitting Australia.
Australia too. Okay.
Yeah, Sydney. I mean, I'm down for all that. Like I said, I'm a traveler now. Now it comes down to money, right? The main thing is money and time. If I was already a check and effect type traveler, I'd have been there. But
yeah, if you was, I understand. I know.
You know what I'm saying?
If you was making money or do YouTube vlogging, you would be even more interested in saying, you know what, I try here. Let's see
I'd have been jumped off the porch. Yeah, if I was to that level. Hopefully one day I might be, but the way it's going, I don't know, man. So, you know, I take it as it comes. You know, when I started this thing 3-4 years ago, I thought I'd be a lot farther ahead, and I'm not. So
don't matter. All it takes is one video. You know what I'm saying? Then you change your whole YouTube life. Shout out to Check and Effect. Also, by the way, shout out to Check and Effect and Ace.
$500,000.
You know, all it takes is one video, and Check and Effect would tell you that too. It takes one video, maybe you go viral, and then you capitalize. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. All right, we're not going to talk about hygiene stuff. Pathfinder. When I go to Costa Rica, I take a mountain hike on a volcano coffee farm with waterfall first. Then I hit the clubs at night. Shout out to Pathfinder. He's seeing the scenes of Costa Rica. You would like Costa Rica too, Big Boss. Actually, now you know the price point you might not like too much, but like you said, you always got to go once. Forget it. there's a big
Yeah.
planet, bro. If you
I go once and get low numbers. I get low numbers and check it out.
Can't be El Cheapo everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta, if you want to see the world, you're going to have to pay. You know what I'm saying? And shout out
That's
to you,
real.
Pathfinder. A red light district, Pattaya, each his own. David Masterson, Ninja got his own words. Like I said, shout out to you.
I do.
Dreams. Now, Marquise, he did compare the Chica service to Lima already. He did that. I don't think we should go back into that. 240 people watching, but he did say that I'm going to say it for him. He did say he liked the Peru woman, whether they're Peruvian, whether they're Colombian or Venezuelan out there inside Peru, better than the Sasua woman. Okay, dealing with them as far as like hanging out with them. If that's if that answers your question, that it does answer. That's the answer I'm giving. God damn it. Okay. But thank you for the $2. In Pharaoh, intellectual versus ex-tourist philosopher is crazy, says Pharaoh.
I don't know why the Greeks were very smart, right? The Greeks were very smart, and we know the Greeks were some freaks. So this Pharaoh must don't know his history.
He said the Greeks were freaks.
The Greeks were freaks, and the Greeks were very smart. So I'm an intellectual monger. I call myself a monger philosopher.
Well, I think he was answering Ozzy. He answered that why he don't like the Medellin. But you didn't really have a bad experience in it. You didn't get scoped or nothing like that. You just
hell no.
You didn't like the vibe. You didn't feel that the Medellin women were into you or anything like that, right? Was it because of the women or because of the attitudes of the people on the street? Like, what was that like? Why you said you hate Medellin? So
yeah,
and that was before the scoping.
That was before the scoping.
You didn't like the vibe.
Before the scoping.
Okay.
Yeah, I only went one time. Never went back. Didn't like it. I didn't like the setup. I don't know. I went again because I'm gonna keep going to places for the first time, for the one time, right? But I went because everybody talked about it, right? So I was intrigued. Even then and even now. Medi. I said, let me check this Medi stuff out. Everybody, I thought I was gonna like it. Everybody loves it. I went. Maybe this didn't help. Maybe it didn't live up to the hype. Sometimes you can overhype some shit, and when a person go, they're like, man, what was everybody talking about? This shit is mid at best.
So okay. So you all right? I got you. Okay. So right. Medellin, Medo. You understand what that means?
Medio is kind of like medium. Medellin, the medio.
Pathfinder, Medellin, the fire. What makes Bogota so good? So what makes Bogota so good?
He said it's fire, and he got kicked out. Didn't they kick him out? They didn't let him come in because they thought he was weird.
You remember that interview, right? You remember the interview?
I exactly remember. I remember it exactly. Didn't Medellin authorities kick him out because they said he was a weirdo?
Oh man, hit that like button.
But it's fire though. Okay, it's fire to a weirdo.
Yeah, I would feel a certain way if they wouldn't let me in at the airport. But yes, he did come up here and explain. Shout out to Pathfinder. He did come up here and explain why they didn't let him inside Medellin that time.
Yeah, because he had little kids' clothes and
well, I no, not really. Well, the people in the chat were saying that. He just didn't answer the questions properly. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was there. Not necessarily because of the kids' clothes or the kids. It was more so he didn't answer. It was more about he said he was a YouTuber. He couldn't really prove it. So I guess they didn't his occupation. It was more about his occupation. They were like, wait a minute, you lying. So, he said he thought he was some kind of trafficker or something like that. So it wasn't really the chat was having fun about the whole kids stuff because he was saying he was donating stuff to the kids. So it wasn't because of that. It was it was because of
let it be fired in. Let it be fired to him.
His occupation, you know what I'm saying?
Medellin is whack.
Yeah. But what makes Bogota so good? Chris Connor was wondering. So do you all right, Kenya? You didn't go to Mombasa. So
nah, I wanted to, but and I want to blame him because he came out to celebrate my birthday with me. I went to Kenya for my birthday. So my number one road dog just pulled up on me to help celebrate my birthday way in Africa. I'm like, wow, right? So I stayed for 2 weeks. I stayed for 2 weeks for a reason, because I was going to do, the plan was to do 1 week in Nairobi and 1 week in Mombasa. My second or third day in Nairobi, my number one road dog pulled up in Africa. I said, wow. And so I tried to kind of get him to go to Mombasa, but he didn't want to. But I was like, this dude paid the money, flew all the way to Africa to hang out with me. So we just rocked out in Nairobi. So I didn't quite make it to Mombasa. But I'm going back for my birthday again this year. And I'm definitely going to hit up Mombasa.
Well, they're saying break down Bogota. It's very intriguing because, like I said, everybody got to try these places for yourself. But Big Boss is giving his opinion on these places. He don't like Medellin. He said Lima over Medellin. But he says Bogota over Lima, Peru, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
why
Bogota is right behind Brazil for me. So it goes Patia, Rio, Sao Paulo, Rio and Sao Paulo, and Bogota. So Bogota might even beat out Sao Paulo. I don't know.
Ooh, so Bogota over Lima, Peru. So let's get it. So why do you pick Bogota over Lima? You said the cities, the hood area that you was in kind of looks similar.
Very similar.
Because of the woman.
It's almost identical. But the thing about Bogota, but see, and I can educate some people, but like I said, people don't know because people are so brainwashed to keep going to the same damn place, and they don't even know. Again, it's good in the hood. Even if I tell you, Raze, I could tell you right now, you probably still wouldn't even go to Bogota. Even when I tell you what I tell you, you still not gonna go, and that's okay. And because a lot of guys don't go, the prices stay low. I say that because a lot of guys don't go, the prices stay low. And so it's cool for a nigga like me. So in Santa Fe area of Bogota, it's only a few blocks, but and it is controlled by gangs and cartels and whatnot. They keep everything cool. There's a series of clubs and bars and short-time hotels. Street action is just ridiculous. And you have a big influx, and this is probably what does it, set over the top. It's one of the bigger communities of Venezuelans, right? Venezuelan refugees, but Venezuelans. And they are fine like wine, and they pretty much do anything for a little bit of nothing.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, well, so you asked
me before I told you. So I'm a monger. I'm a monger. And if I really like a place, it's a reason why I like a place.
Yeah, but you get that in Lima.
It ain't no but. It is what it is.
It is
what it is. Real talk.
But there's a difference, boss. You can get pay for play girls anywhere you go. So there has to be another reason.
You can get them here in the States. It's illegal though.
Well, there has to be another reason why you pick Bogota over Lima. Mm-hmm. Because you could get girls in Lima to do what you want, rent. So you're saying, but I guess
you can get them. You can get them. And
I'm trying to figure out why would you pick Bogota? Is it because of the infrastructure over Lima?
No, the infrastructure is very similar. The infrastructure is about the same.
Very similar. Price point is about the same. Is it just the beauty?
Yeah, the price point might even be a little cheaper. The price point is probably a little cheaper in Bogota, so that actually helps too. It's actually cheaper. Well, yeah, them damn Colombians, yeah. So it's a trip in Bogota. The play is the Venezuelans. Like if I was to ever go back to Sosúa, the play is the Haitians. I don't really mess with them the Dominican chicks too much. If I go to Sosúa, I'm messing with the Haitians for the most part.
No, that's cool. All right.
I'm gonna mess with the Haitians in Sosúa, and when you go to Bogota, the play is the Venezuelans more than the Colombians. Them damn Colombians, but you know what? The price is about the same for the Colombians in Lima, but it comes down to service, man. The whole thing is you got to go where you treat it right and you can get what you want for the most easiest access and the lowest price. So you say you can get P for P anywhere. Hell, you can get P for P in Las Vegas. Yeah, you can get P for P anywhere. But how much it's going to cost, how cooperative they're going to be, how hard-headed they're going to be, what kind of service you're going to get. Are you going to be timed? Do you get one pop, or do you get, when you pay for an hour, do you get a full hour?
Right. Yeah,
You say all right, and you ask me these questions, and I'm telling you.
Yeah, you don't need to go that far, big boys. God damn it. This not TMI Santiago channel, god damn it. But yeah, we good. We got you. Sub up the Big Boys channel right there.
Any more questions you want to ask me? You want to ask me any more questions?
No, but I'm gonna let them send it in. You guys need this. Send it in. Ask Big Boss Real Talk questions. He is very well traveled. He is comparing now. He was just comparing Bogota to Lima, Peru. And Peru. He just said Bogota, Colombia over Lima, Peru.
Yeah.
He said Lima over Medellin. What a lot of you guys might not like, but he said Bogota, Colombia over Lima, Peru. I think pretty much Lima, Peru is a draw with Sosua because some stuff he like in Lima,
right,
and some stuff he like in Sosua. I think that's kind of like a wash, right? There's no, because he, from my understanding, I don't believe. Me talking to him, I don't know exactly which one he like over, which really don't matter. Long as you go out and that's the biggest thing. Long as you guys go for yourself, right, and see for yourself. Because what Big Boss might like I said, you might not like, and vice versa. What he might not like, you might love. You get what I'm saying? I mean,
I thought you knew that.
He said Medellin.
I thought he knew that.
Incredible source.
I thought he knew that.
Look.
I thought he knew that.
Now they definitely gonna say you're not a credible source. Now you put that hat on. At least it's not red. At least it's not red, Big Boss. No, don't do it, Big Boss. Don't do it. At
least it's not red. At least it's not red.
Big Boss, god damn it.
At least it's not red. What? At least it's not red. What?
Well,
at least it's not red with the golden hair. Woo! Oh, man.
Well, D Morgan said you're not a credible source because you said Medellin is whack. He ain't a credible source at all. So you're gonna get this, people. So and even you just being negative with Sosua a little bit, people.
Of course, I know that, right?
And
that's how it started. That's how I started when I first was one of the first to go against Sosua. They were like, "Oh man, that's blasphemy! How do you not like the Sue?" So it's the same thing with Medi. Yeah, these guys are stuck on Medi. They're stuck on Medi chasing them Pisces. So
I see Bando in the building. Bando, what's going on? NYC the future, Bando. I need maybe I need Bando. What's going on, Bando? Shout out to you, Bando. Shout out to you. You went out there in Sosua with Bando. Bando was out there in NYC.
He's out there with NYC.
Yeah, out there in the Sioux.
That's what's up.
That's Amsterdam. Jerry, Gingy. That's Amsterdam. I think you would dig Amsterdam, but you want to go during the summertime. You want to go when it's warm. You know what I'm saying? I think you would like it more. Pob is in the building once again. Shout out to Pob. Pob been out there too. See, he filmed the Miraflores area. You know what I'm saying? But like next time you go out there, you probably get a run out there to Miraflores, or you go to Cusco. Like I said, next time, since you already got this part out the way,
right
now you be more free to go. Well, you was always free, but you would be more willing to go to a Cusco's and see Machu Picchu or whatever.
Exactly.
But you'll probably have to see some more documentaries on it just to get some motivation to go. You'll be like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Because, if you don't really know the history of it, you probably ain't going to really... Like, it's not like the Roman Coliseum per se. Well, it's Roman Coliseum been in all the movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. We know. So it's an automatic that we want to go to see Roman Coliseum if we go to Rome, right?
Or the Eiffel Tower,
Italy,
Eiffel Tower, the Lima Tower, Pisa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some of those great landmarks. I get it.
Yeah. And Pathfinder with the $19.99 donation to the Raze Travel Fund. Pathfinder says, "Thank you, Raze, for providing clarification." Yes, Pathfinder. Yes, and shout out to you for coming on my show months ago. And you didn't have to come up here, you know what I'm saying? And you clarified why they wouldn't let you in Medellin at the airport. It wasn't because it wasn't because of the toys you had. You said you was see Big Boss is laughing. See, don't pay no attention to Big Boss, Pathfinder. Goddamn. Hey, you listen, Pathfinder. You clarified that. I know what happened, Pathfinder. You know what I'm saying? Now, people in the chat is gonna have fun with that, but you was given a charity and you had what you had, but they got you because you did not clarify what you did for a living. You said you was a YouTuber and you couldn't find your YouTube channel, and that draws a red flag, big boss. You know what I'm saying? That draws a red flag. He told the person, "Look, I'm a YouTuber." She was like, "All right, show me your YouTube page." He could not find his own YouTube page, bro. And that just drew a red flag, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? And they kicked him out because of that. Look at that, you put the cap on. But
and this is not a Trump hat. Oh man,
that's an old school New York Yankees cap, right? Well, a little more blue to be old school New York Yankees cap. But no. But that, I mean, I believe him. You know what I'm saying? I believe him that that was the reason. You know what I'm saying? And they was on it like that. You know what I'm saying? And I guess they probably have a quota saying, look, you don't let a certain amount in, you know what I'm saying? Because, it is what it is. It is what it is. And subscribe to Big Boss. Subscribe to Pathfinder channel too, if you could find it. If you could find Pathfinder, he couldn't find it inside the airport when he's landing going to Medellin, but I understand. No, I understand. Like I said, sometimes Big Games channel, Big Games is always up here. It's hard for me to find Big Games, the Gangsta Lifestyle channel. I'm like, yo, Big Games, what the hell's wrong? Why can't I find your channel? So, that happens. You know what I mean? So what's next for Big Boss? Tell the people what's next for Big Boss before we wrap
what's
this up.
Next for Big Boss is back to Colombia, time number 4 for the country. Colombia, number 4. Cartagena, number 1. I've been to Colombia 3 times, but I have not did Cartagena, largely because what I heard about the prices. But people are telling me that Cartagena is basically like Sosúa. This is a better version of Sosúa. So I really didn't want to have too many parts of it. But I will say this. My last time I went to Colombia, a year or 2 ago, when I did my Bogota run, I said, you know what? Let me add in Cartagena. But I had so much fun in Bogota, I couldn't tear myself away from Bogota. And the next thing I know, I had to leave and come back. So this time, I'm going to start in Cartagena, and I'm only going to do just a few days, so I can link up with Ice City and the Willies, because Ice City and the Willies, we're doing a Willies trip for 420. So whatever days Ice City and the Willies are in Cartagena, I'm going to do a few days with them, and then I'm getting the hell over to Bogota, Santa Fe, where it's lit. And then later this year, I guess for my brother's birthday again, I guess we're going to run the gamut. His birthday's in August. Most likely his butt going to want to go right back to Philippines and Thailand. So, and then for my birthday way later, I'll be doing Africa again. And this time I will do Mombasa, and I plan to hit up South Africa.
Africa this time.
I really want to see South Africa. Durban for to be exact. But the most recent future is next month. Next month, I will be in Cartagena for the first time. And I know I'm missing it out of its heyday. That's the thing about taking too long to get to some of these places. Sometimes when you get to some of these places, you can miss its heyday, right? So it's a shame that even the NYC futures or whatnot going to Sosúa now, too bad they didn't go back in 2017, 2018 before the pandemic, right? Sometimes you can miss some of these places in their heyday, but you might as well just make it anyway. Oh man.
All right, so real quick, before you get out of here, what do you think about fundraising? That's a huge topic in the space.
Right.
Your future relos. What do you believe?
I'm conflicted, man. I'm gonna keep it so real. I am so conflicted because I did feel a way in the beginning. Now I wasn't on the far extreme. Shout out to Bo Rakes. I wasn't like a Bo Raker.
Right. Shout out to Bo Rakes.
If you do a fundraiser, if you ask for money, you beg for money, you're a sucker. Oh man, I wasn't that extreme with it, but I was, I guess, the way you do it. Because I think back in the day, like you had who was that? They used to have call-a-thons, telethons, people donate money. That's one thing, but it's nothing when you sit there and you beg for money. So I guess that the begging made it demeaning, and but there's nothing wrong to ask for money, yeah. And then when I see the kind of money these guys pulling in, shout out to Rello, the #1 beggar. He blew up and went viral for crying on live stream, crying and begging for $100. And fast forward a few years later, he gets $2,000, right? And he don't have to cry no more.
Right.
So I'm conflicted. So to answer your question, I might have to get on a fundraising train. It won't be a begathon though. It ain't gonna be a begathon. It ain't gonna be a begathon. It's gonna be a real-a-thon. It's gonna be a real nigga fundraiser. Oh man! And shout out to Pop. Didn't Pop, this Pap guy, didn't he just raise like $1,700, almost $2K?
$1,700, courtesy of Pop out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Pop, he was happy. That's him right there. He was happy. He was look I got Pop. Look
That's
at
what's
those.
up.
Look at that red up there. It's like $50 or $100 each. Look at Pop. Look at Pop. $1,700. You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching his videos for Lima, Peru, actually. So shout out to him. He was out there too. So the money is flowing. The money is flowing. That's why.
Man, look at you. Never... Hold on, Ray. Hold on. Not Raze ready with the clip. Not Raze ready with the clip.
Well, that's not a clip. That's just his.
But
that's just.
But no, still though. You talk about a fundraiser, and then you said Big Boss on fundraisers and have his clip ready to go. Look at you, man.
You know, I got all types of stuff in the back. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like Batman. I just store stuff in my computer. You know what I'm saying?
All you need is prep time, huh? All you need is prep time.
Yeah. You know, I just want to, like I said, you're here. Subscribe to Big Boy's Real Talk channel. Let me see what else can I ask you before you break out. I don't know how much time you got. But subscribe to Big Boy's Real Talk channel. He is a well-known traveler. Man. So you said you're going to Colombia, back to Cartagena. Get that out the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna deal with them, and it'll probably be a low numbers trip, but I'm going basically to cross it off the passport bro checklist. I think in my own opinion, that's been a glaring omission in my passport bro resume to not have the CTG. So I need to get it out the way, and more so to do it with the Willies, Ice City and the Willies. I'm only going to do a few days, and I'm going to check it out. So whatever I do. And then I'm absolutely going to make my way over to Bogota. Oh, man.
Absolutely going to make his way over to Bogota again. So Europe. Well, let me ask you this before you get out of here. Why won't you do Europe this year? Why are you going to wait till 2026 for Europe?
Because I want to run back to Africa first. That's
motherland.
This is a preference. Yeah, this is a preference. I want to go back to Africa first before I do Europe. Because I feel like even though I did 2 weeks, I mean that's really nothing, right? I mean these guys going to be gone for 30 days, all the stuff. That only like whetted my beak, so just piqued my interest, so to speak. So then you know what I'm saying. To the motherland, man. I want to give back to our people first, man. Take care of home first. Right. America first, Africa first, black first. You know what I'm saying? So I just really want to hit Africa one more good time before I get over to the other continent, Europe.
No, okay.
In the future, man, I want to do India, man. I want to do India, Pakistan type shit. Like, I really want to get out there and really jump off the porch. So
when you do Egypt first, though, because you want to see the pyramids, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do. That's if worse come to worse, though, if I have to sacrifice something, I might just have to give up some pyramids for right now. I really wanted to see the pyramids. I did for the culture shit.
Right.
But
no, okay.
But when it comes down to spending your money, man, like I even say, and I'm honest about myself. Don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. Watch how they spend their money and watch where they go. Because it was always a thing where guys would say, "Oh, I'm not a passport bro. I travel for culture." But every trip was right to DR Sasua. So how much culture you get when you go into DR Sasua? But you are talking about you travel for culture. You travel for culture, but every trip is DR Sasua. So don't watch what people say, watch where they go. So
Chaunt, my guy Chaunt, salute. I'm quite sure he wore socks, you know what I mean? You gotta wear socks, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Chaunt. How you doing? I know what you mean.
You wear
Chaunt.
a sock in Lima?
I know what you mean, Chaunt. I know what you mean.
Oh, condom.
You gotta wear socks. You gotta wear socks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all wear socks.
Yeah, that's
Simp the Explorer. Only the shadiest guys get blocked from entering Colombia. Simp the Explorer.
Hello.
Hat says.
But Simp the Explorer also talking shit, talking about Charmin toilet paper ball.
Trading that Democrat hat says something they smoke. Shout out to Smoke. I gotta get something they smoke on for his. Now that we're doing reviews, I like this format. I like this. You know, I didn't know we had a great crowd in here. Actually, bigger crowd than I thought. 240 people at one point. I gotta get something they smoke up here to give his Punta Cana review. Since I dig Punta Cana, so I'm gonna get you. I gotta hit you up Sunday Night Smoke to give you a Punta Cana review once you're done. You know what I'm saying? You still got some more days out there. Let me see. I remember he said Nissan Pathfinder kept popping up. Oh yeah, Pathfinder, Pathfinder. Shout out to Pathfinder. Nissan Pathfinder kept popping up when he was telling the people at the door in the airport that, hey, I'm Pathfinder. He said Nissan Pathfinder kept popping up on that. That was hilarious, bro. That was a great interview, actually. Check out that interview. Check out that interview, man, with Pathfinder.
I remember. I was right there in the chat.
But obviously, you know, and that's proof that I know that it wasn't about what people were saying that he got turned away from. Because if he got turned away for what the trolls were saying he got turned away from, he would not be praised in Medellin. He still praises Medellin. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be if I got turned away for what people were saying he got turned away for, I wouldn't be praising on Medellin, especially if I'm not guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think misunderstanding. He just couldn't find his YouTube channel. Shout out to you, Melvin Riddle. You know what I'm saying? CTG Policia is in the building. Shout out to you, CTG Policia. It's more homeless people in Bogota. Yo, don't answer this, big boy. This is just funny. It's just funny. You know what I'm saying? You did a video on your channel about that situation, Big Boss Real Talk. No secret there. So subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk channel. You know, he keeps it real on his channel, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep him at bay over here. I try to keep him, you know, I'm trying to stay
you do a good job.
Family friendly over here for the most part, but you know, it is what it is. He going to end up in Medellin on that CTG trip. So he's saying, look, you're going to join the Willies in Medellin on that Cartagena trip. You know what I'm saying? You're going to wind up back there. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Parque Jerez. Big Boss does Parque Jerez. Yeah. Yeah. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Big Boy. Let me drop your channel again. Let me drop it. Let me bring it up. We have a sub up party real quick.
Right.
You know, let me see. Sub up, Big Boss Real Talk. What you got coming up next in your channel?
On my channel, finally putting out some footage of the last 3 or 4 trips. Do you know I still have Africa footage I never put out? I did grab some Lima footage of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I think I even got a little bit of Thailand footage. So when I get some more time, man, My thing is, and I know this is bad, and so right now I'm not putting a lot of time into the channel because I'm not really getting a lot out of it. You know.
Wait a minute, Big Boss. Hold on, let me interrupt you.
Okay.
Now, you are having success with the Peru stuff. That's what brought you up here. I see you hit that algorithm. You're getting good views for your live streams on Peru. I think that you got footage of Peru, right? You got some footage? Did you film out there? You should do some more Peru videos. Drop some Peru videos and see if the algorithm continues to take to it. You know what I'm saying? You might have to go back out there just for a YouTube purpose. You never know. This might be a big break because I seen your live streams getting a good amount of views. It's some interest there. More than your other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Chaunt asked about the Philippines. I asked you about that real quick. But I think you need to stick with what the algorithm is giving you. You take what the algorithm is because it's not that you can have bad videos or anything like that. It's just what the algorithm is getting. And the algorithm is saying Peru is your thing right now. So you see, we had 240 people watching this stream for you talking Peru. I didn't think we was gonna get that many. I think Peru right now would be your best bet. So whatever you have, drop some shorts, drop some whatever you need to drop. explaining Peru. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
What you think about that?
That's good, solid advice. That's sound. And I plan to kind of do just that, especially some shorts.
Yeah.
From the footage I got, not too much of it will really make sense for like a 15-minute type video.
No, you don't need that.
But definitely I could chop up some shorts. And yeah, I got some other things in the works. Like I said, I even had to, in real life, I had to cut back on some of my jobs so I can try to get into this back into YouTube. But yeah, I've been hacking away at this shit since 2021, man. You know, at the pandemic.
Yeah, I think you gotta take what YouTube gives you. I mean, you can do other stuff too, but I would stick with this Peru stuff and see if you could drop a couple of more live streams and maybe and drop a couple of videos. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is what happened, because I think you inside that Peru algorithm of all places. You've been in the Philippines. How was the Philippines actually? By the way, did you like Angeles City?
Yeah, I liked Angeles City. Philippines was a short trip. That was like a little add-on to Thailand. So when I did the Philippines, it was only like 5 days, and I did Angeles City because Angeles City's supposed to be like their little red light version of Pattaya. They even have a street called Walking Street, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Like a spinoff of Pattaya. So it was cool. It was nice. It's no Thailand, right? It's a Temu version of Thailand, but it was cool.
But it don't have to be. It don't have to be.
Exactly. And the one good thing about Philippines is guys who really like the GFE, you really have more GFE in Philippines than Thailand. So you can get like a better connection, a deeper connection. And I even down there got bit by the GFE bug when I was in Philippines. So it's dope. It's nice. It's a good addition to Thailand.
But and thank you for Carter Ford for the $5 to the Peru fund. Thank you, Carter Ford, my guy Carter Ford. If you need an intro, Travel Space Kings, Carter Ford. Thank you for the Cash App donation. Yes,
that's
sir.
Kind of cool. That's somebody say cool breeze. Yeah. Yeah, there's not really a lot of booty. There's the women that we like in South America, Latin America, Brazil, DR. It's not really in Asia, all like that. You can find it in Thailand. You can, but Philippines are even less so. So, and when you go there, you're really going there for the treatment. The girls are pretty. A lot of them are pretty in the face. They're pretty in the face, slender in the body. The treatment is A1. And that's where you end up with a lot of the GFE. You end up with the GFE because it's a deeper connection and the women are really into you. But body-wise, body yada, nah, that's South America for the most part. Most don't go to the DR. What you talking about? Almost everybody go to DR. What are you talking about? That's the main number one.
Well, you know what, Big Boss? There's so many humans on the planet, and especially,
Talking about our space, though.
Maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. We just know what we know, right? I mean, in our small space on YouTube, maybe
that's silly.
Have never been a maybe.
That's silly comment.
Big Four.
But I know that person. I know him. That's James. Shout out to James. Yeah.
Well, we mentioned that is James, right? James.
Yeah, that's James.
That is James.
That's James. So it makes sense. Consider the source. Shout out to James, though.
But just because we say the Big Four, like I said, I could put Costa Rica in my Big Four. I've never been to Brazil, but like what is the law that says the Big Four for us travelers? I mean, anything.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like law, regular law, case law, Supreme Court law, precedents. Don't listen to what people say. Look at where they go.
Right.
In our space, where do we go? Thank you.
Only because people are saying it though.
I'm not talking about the whole world. I'm not talking about the whole world. Within our space, where do we go?
Because people pound in your head, you got to go to the Big Four. But
I'm not saying like why. I'm saying where do we go? Where do we go?
Might not like it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even saying the why, the reason. I'm saying that where we go to, even like I said, my heresy, because I speak against Medellin. I realize I'm the minority report. I know I'm the minority. Where do we go? We go to Medi. I don't, but we, right? We go to Medi.
Well,
we go to DR. So no, it ain't no whatever. It's like case law. It's like, where do we go?
Yeah, well, let's say this.
We make it the big four. Now you ask why. There's no law requiring it. There's no reason.
There's no law saying like.
No, there's no law. There's no law for the why. But I'm not. But you're saying something. I'm not saying. I'm not saying the why. Mm-hmm. I'm saying what we do. Look at where we go. Don't listen to what people say. Watch where they go. We go to DR. We go to Medi. This is where we go. So, real talk.
Yeah, I mean, but there's no law that says you must like it. Like,
no, exactly.
So you can go because somebody says it's in the big four.
I don't.
Mean
it's funny. It's funny. The main places they go, I don't like. So yeah. So both is true.
So just because it's the big four to them, that don't mean DR is in the big four, the big boss. Even though you've been there, that don't mean you might find other places that you like better than the DR. There's different cities.
Right.
So you can't really just say the country overall, because might be a city in a Costa Rica. When you finally go, you might like more than a Sosúa or whatever. Then guess what? That kicks DR out of your big four, because what else? Like so, but you got
now you run into the nuance.
Your own personal.
Well, you run into the nuance. What is the big four for our space, and what's my personal top 3, 4, 5? Mm-hmm. So I'm honest. I'm an honest intellectual, right? I understand everything is not about me. I know that it's not about Big Boss.
Right.
If it was about Big Boss, I wouldn't even include Medellin and DR. But if you want to be honest, intellectually honest, when you speak of the big four for our space. Right. What is the big four for our space? I'm not talking about where I go. What is the big four for our space? We know what that is through case law and precedents where people go. Now half of the big four I don't even like. I don't like half of the big four.
Yeah, that's the thing,
Yeah, but it's still the big four for our space. For our space.
Right.
And that's real talk.
And hey guys, do y'all guys agree with Big Boss? Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to Big Boss channel. He's here. This you get, what you get when you subscribe to Big Boss channel. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get this just like you got right here, even more on his channel. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep him neutered, goddamn it, but he's breaking through the force field. So he got the Thanos. Where's your Thanos? You had the Thanos glove in the background before, but
that's in my bedroom studio.
That's in the other room.
Yeah, that's the bedroom studio. This is the living room studio.
And shout out to Auto Will. My guy Auto Will's in the middle doing a great job moderating. You know what I'm saying? Or guest-friendly accommodations easy to find in Bogota, says Ryan was.
Not necessary. So. Yeah. It's better than, from what I understand, of Cartagena. Colombia in general, from what I understand, it can be difficult trying to find guest-friendly places in Colombia, period.
Right.
I have a particular place that's my sweet spot I go to. But to answer your question, you can find it. It's findable. It's not the most easiest. I'm keeping it a buck. And I guess, because a lot of bullshit happens, so these places be like, man, even the hotels and the B&B say, take her to a short time room. Don't bring her here. Oh, man.
Right. Instead of the Chris Connor with the questions, everybody subscribe. Everybody ask the questions. All y'all guys subscribe to Big Boss. He was kind of to come up here. And I go to Costa Rica 8 times. So Pathfinder likes from Costa Rica. You would like Costa Rica, so I want to see why you wouldn't like
so? You think I like it?
It's girls. It's girls around.
I ain't gonna like the prices though, right?
No, well, if you compare it to Lima, Peru, you're not. But but experience, you know what I'm saying, and to see the wildlife, you would like it. Just don't get eaten by a crocodile. Okay.
Crocodile.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? But DR's washed up. Mingos want American prices. Put DR on
absolutely.
That's Brooklyn. FLA.
And then here's the thing. Here's the thing. You say I'm breaking through the force field. It's worse on top of the American prices, which is bad. But damn it, if you want American prices and you ain't even trying to family friend, you're not even trying to work for it, right? It's like you want the most money for the least amount of work and effort. And not only the least amount of work and effort, you're also scammy. You're scammy and conniving, and you will purposely lie to do a Trojan horse sheep clothing. You'll quote one price, you get into the room, and then you come up with another price. And you do it on purpose. And then you're a kleptomaniac. You have to steal everything. This is where we get the term, and that's why I say it's a training ground. This is where we get the term Chica-proof your room. Put everything that's not nailed down in a freaking safe. Lock it up in the safe or a lockbox. Why? Because a lot of them, most of them, almost all of those DR Sasua chicks, they're very kleptomaniac and they're known to steal. Hell, they'll steal your deodorant, they'll steal your toothpaste, they steal anything not locked down. So they go in your room, they steal everything, they're going to change the price, they're going to rush you, they're going to give you bad service at a high price. What's the like about DR Sasua other than they're light-skinned with a fat ass? Oh, man.
Well, but you're still not.
What do I know? Ask me how I know.
But you're still not willing to say that Lima, Peru over Sasua. So there's something to like about Sasua, big boss. You're still
There is. You're
not willing to say
it's
Lima
called the beach.
Over Sasua.
It's called the beach. It's called the environment. It's called the camaraderie when you're down there.
Camaraderie.
It's called flip-flop. It's called eating at flip-flops. And hanging out with
flip-flop. Yes, the wings.
I say the worst thing about Sasua is the chicas.
It seemed like that would be your big for you. Yeah. That's surprising, big boss. It seemed like that will weigh the most on your review of the place, the chicas. If you're saying that's the worst part, that'll mean
it's the worst part.
I'm surprised you still have Sasua up there like that, then, because that proves that you are, to people's surprise, you are more into other stuff than more than just the chicas. Because if that was the case, that would mean you got Sasua way down there if you go by chicas.
I do,
but chicas, you're still weighting it pretty high because of other stuff.
The thing is, it would take for me to do a DR Sasua, it would take like a Willie's trip or something. I would go to DR Sasua. I would go to DR Sasua if we were doing like a business meeting or a YouTube meetup, a 1,000 subscriber, a 100,000 subscriber celebration, a YouTube meetup, a group trip. I would go to DR Sasua for something other than the chicas. And then, of course, while I'm there, when in Rome, do us some Romans. I'm going to get my dick wet. If I'm there, I'm going to mess with something. My numbers might be low. It might be one a day just because I'm there to get it off. But I won't ball out. I won't really let my hair down, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I just deal with something while I'm there. I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while I'm there. If I'm there, I'm there. So that's kind of how it is. And that's a shame because when you're on vacation, you really want to enjoy yourself. You don't want to have to feel like you're inhibited and you're limited on a vacation. So, yeah. DR Sasua is like a bird with no wings. Oh, man.
Right. And well, shout out the big boss. So big boss. So any final words, big boss, in closing? Because I know you got to break out. Great job tonight. Any final words for the people in the chat, for people listening around the world, and people that's watching on people that's gonna watch on the replay. Yeah, we got people watching around the world.
All around the world, listening to Big Boss Real Talk on the Raze show. Stop being a hater. Book your own flights and experience stuff for yourself. Because as you see, there's so many different opinions. One person's shit can be another person's golden retriever, right? So you have to see for yourself. And stop going to the same place 15 times. Spread it around. Stop being scared of flights. If you call yourself a traveler, just know some places are going to take more than 3 hours to get to. And these guys kill me with that shit where they cry like a bitch if the flight is over 3 hours. if you're a traveler, get on the flight, do what it do, and just experience some place. Every place is different, and your opinion might be different than somebody else's, but you need to experience for yourself.
Stay at the Dick's Hotel, says Pathfinder. Yeah, and that's some great advice, man. And of course, some people probably don't have the time sometimes for their job, whatever. They want a quick hit, but if you got the time, you got an extra couple of days off, go ahead and take that longer flight. According to Big Boss, Real Talk, Bossellini,
Boss's
sub
orders.
up as he exits. Sub up to Big Boss. Let me drop your channel link right quick. Sub up.
Appreciate you.
Up to Big Boss, Bossellini, Big Boss. And you're trying to make that Colombia trip in April. I think the Willies was like they going to Colombia in April, right?
Yeah. So spin the block on the question, which you asked me earlier. My thoughts on fundraisers. Even the biggity iggity bossy boss, I might dip my feet in the fundraiser.
There you have it. Yeah, there you have it.
Hey,
Got no choice.
Man.
You see the money people making.
Hey man, this is a quick back to back. I just got back from Lima, Peru this last week.
Yes. It costs to go. You know what I'm saying? It costs the money. It costs to fly. So, if your subs are down with you to help you out, hey, why not? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and sub up to Big Boss, Bossellini channel right there, right there on his way out.
Cooking with Gasolini.
Great job, Big Boy.
Yeah, I'm a green. Yeah, I am a green. I'm a gringo when I go to these places. I see the fresh boy. Yeah, I'm a gringo when I go to these places. I'm a gringo.
Yeah. This guy called himself a gringo. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they call us gringos. You know what I'm saying? When we go to these places, fresh boy.
I don't run from these titles like people. Like it kills me. These guys do the same. We all do the same thing, but they sit here talk about I'm not a passport bro. I'm just a traveler. No, you're a passport bro, whether you like it or not. And most of you guys are mongers. Oh man, boss told you so.
And hit that like button and subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk on his way out. Like I said, Big Boss, I think you stick with the Peru stuff. You were hot with the Peru, so stick with your Peru content as far as your uploads and take it from there, man.
Right.
And I'll be talking to you, Big Boy. Shout out to you. Thanks for pulling up, man.
It's all good. Thanks for having me on your show, Raze and Raze. I did something very similar on my channel and got like 30, 35 people. I come to the Raze and Raze show and get 240 people. Oh man. Thank you, Raze and Raze.
Sub up the Big Boss. Sub up on his way out. He has to go right now, right? Big Boss, you got to go right now, right? So sub up to Big Boss. Let me see. I could never be in that category, brother. No offense. Fundraising trash, says Dakota. And I'm proud to chase the baddest chica, says Desmond. No, I am not a passport bro. You're absolutely incorrect, says Pathfinder.
Your passport
mongers. Every other race is mongering, but black men, the only ones bragging about it. Lost race, says Jose. But
they're doing it too. But the other races are doing it too. I mean, it is a lot of these people are just, they don't want to embrace what they are. So we say women are, we say some American Western women are delusional, but a lot of these guys in this space are delusional. You do literally the exact same thing, but then you say you are not this and that. So if it helps you sleep better at night, then whatever. But it's real talk with Big Boss. Oh man. Yada I mean. Shout out to Arta Will, your moderator, Arta Will, who lives sometime here in Oakland. He told me he used to stay in East Oakland on Seminary. I know exactly where that is. Yada I mean, yada I'm talking about. Hello. Oh man, mongers up. Yeah, delusional is an understatement. Yeah. I mean, literally, we're in this space. We know what it is, but I get it. Some people don't like the term, but I just don't play with it. It is what it is. I realize what it is, and I just embrace it. So,
right,
power in the dark side. Oh man,
yeah. All right, Big Boss. We're going to call it. We're going to call it a night. Big Boss, shout out to you, man. Great job explaining your Peru trip to everybody and giving some pointers and some details. Matter of fact, so 1 through 10, rate your Peru trip right as you were leaving out. 1 through 10. You got to do that.
6.5.
6.5 for Big Boss. Mark it down 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5.
Peru.
It can't quite be a 7, but I think if I go back, I know I can bump it up. I can bump it up, maybe an 8. But this first time out the bat, it's not quite a 7. So
right, and that's to be expected. First time. Place, especially you travel so many places. Not like that's your first time out of the States. Maybe it's your first time out of the States. You'd be like, this is a 10. You know what I'm saying? You've been to so many places already. So your second go around.
He said, I ain't going. He said, I ain't going. Yeah. But Desmond, have you been to Rio de Janeiro? Have you been to Pattaya, Thailand? Right? I've been to some places. Have you been over to Africa yet? To Kenya, Nairobi? So maybe I should have did some of these South American places first instead of going off to the big ones and then coming back to the smaller ones that don't quite hit the same. But even that, guess what? I'm not too mad that I went. I'm glad I went and got it out the way. And I'm down to go back to improve it. I would have been down to go back to Medi if it wasn't for all them that damn scoping. So I'm down to give places a second chance because I realize when you go the first time, you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes
you're gonna find the second time is always better. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
You're gonna you're not exploring it. Well, you're still gonna technically be exploring, but you have your comfort area. And then you go out and you might find something else that you like, and you still got your comfort area.
Right,
which is the Mega Plaza area, the hood. Right. You might be like, you know what, I like this other area even better. Or you might like something, or you might meet a friend, you might meet some of the locals. That's what and you might get, I'm not, that enhances your trip also, right. You know what I mean? It raises your score. So ISO Speed says Peru is fire. And I did see ISO Speed out there inside Peru.
I saw it too. Yeah, I saw it too. Speed. Yeah, he went to the mayor's mansion and they made him the mayor for like a day or something, half a day. Yeah. If they made me the mayor for half a day, it'd have been fire for me too.
Stocks and Socks, what up? I'm out here in Bay. Link up, says Stocks and Socks. Shout out to Style Kings. I saw Style King in the building also earlier. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to Big Boss channel. He's cool. He's chilling right now. Shout out to you, Celebrate Life. How you doing? Celebrate Life.
Raze,
6.5 is still a good score, Desmond. It's still a good score, especially when you travel so many places. You know what I'm saying? It's still a good score.
Yeah.
And
that's coming from me because I go to Thailand, I go to Brazil. And be Mr. Family Friendly. It's a reason why it hits just a tad bit low, but I'm not going to get into that on your channel. So y'all need to go to my channel if you really want to know why it's 6.5. I might do a follow up.
Yeah, subscribe to Big Boss channel, and he could do a follow up on this live stream actually.
Right.
Man, that'd be a good idea. You know what I'm saying? And he'll tell you why.
Exactly why.
Yeah,
I know you know why, Ray, but I don't want to say it all on your channel.
Yeah. J Mog is in the building. Salute you, J Mog.
Yeah, that's a Willie right there.
J Mog and Moggenham is in the building.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, he said Lima 6.5. He said he hated Medellin. So
Oh yeah,
your score might be bigger for Medellin than Big Boss
2 or 3. Yeah.
Or so. Like I said, bottom line is, at least he didn't say it sucked. He didn't say, he's not saying that it's trash. But he's saying Medellin is trash. People still love Medellin. So
they love
all these places. He said he loved Bogota, Colombia, though. He loved Bogota, Colombia. And some people don't like Bogota, Colombia. They think so. You just getting an overview of these places from Big Boss Real Talk, and that's why you got to subscribe to his channel so he can give you even more details. What he likes, you might hate. What he hates, you might love. So
right.
You're just getting an overview of these places. It's no, you know what I'm saying?
But the main thing is gonna make me like a place. the prices, the service, and the attitudes. It's called a PSA. PSA, price, service, and attitude. And that's in all encompassing. So with the attitude and service would be, I guess the attitude is the ease of use, the being, cooperative.
Right.
But that comes with service, right? So if a chick is not being cooperative, and ultimately, bottom line, if I'm not being fulfilled and getting everything I want and the way I want it and the speed and the effort that I want, then the score kind of goes down. Right? That's why Thailand is down there in 11, because you can have it any kind of way. And it's a shame more guys don't go, but maybe that's good because they'll probably mess it up. But I know Thailand is a long flight. It's a long flight. It can be pricey and expensive, depending. And then people had the misconception of the ladyboy type shits. But in Thailand, you can have it any kind of way, have it your way. Low price, sometimes no price. And shit, Thailand, well, shit, it'll wear you out. So there's no no in Thailand. There's no no. It's always, everything is yes. Everything is yes. If I run into a place and I'm hearing too many no's, I can't get certain services I like, I can't get what I like, when I like it, at the price I like it, then it's going to dip it down. So now other things have to come up. So the infrastructure has to come up. The beach area has to come up. Oh, it's no beach. Okay, well, other stuff has to come up. So that's my little bit insight into the Lima, Peru. Want to know more, you have to come to my channel, man. But
and shout out to Bipolar Talk TV is in the building. Yeah, subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk if you want more in detail.
$27, not $30, $27.
Yeah, Will, it's funny. This is funny, actually.
Exactly.
This is funny, Will.
I do. Well, you know what? Okay. Well, he has
Big Boss. You do want a lot for $30, Bill.
Well, okay. Well, you know what? Okay. Razor and Will with the 5 laughing emojis. Guess what?
Okay.
You can get that in Bogota. Boom.
Okay.
So I like what I like for a reason.
Yeah. All right. Say no more.
Thank you. Say no more. 5 emojis. I can get that in Bogota. Boom.
Well,
so it is what it is.
And shout out to Bipolar Talk TV in the building.
And Thailand for 1,000 baht. Because 1,000 baht is $30. 1,000 baht is $30. And I can get that in Thailand. Boom. So go some places. When you go some places, and that's what we were saying, when you are experienced and you go other places, you start to know the value. You know what you can get for what. That sounds like somebody who's thinking like American prices. Yeah, of course. That's not even on the radar for America at all. That's not on the radar. But when you go to places I've been in Villa Mimosa, you go to Villa Mimosa in Brazil, when you go to certain places in Pattaya, when you go to certain places in Sao Paulo, yeah, you get a whole lot. So you know what you know. And if you don't know, you sit here very ignorant with laughing emojis.
And shout out to Bipolar Talk TV once again. Yeah, guys. So that's a wrap. Shout out to everybody for watching. This was a good stream. I'm gonna do more of these. Get some reviews.
That's the little fucker do.
I'm gonna get some more reviews of these spots from certain people that been there. Let me.
Right. I'm reading some of the comments. Slick Rose kind of right. Yeah, I said that. It can be free in Pattaya too. It absolutely can be free. That's why I said a low cost or no cost sometimes in Pattaya, especially when you go to the hip hop clubs. You go to the hip hop clubs where the chicks are into the brothers in the hip hop culture. Yeah, it can be free sometimes in Pattaya. So that's what I'm saying. People that have been around the block and people that's well traveled have a Rolodex in their mind and they know what they can get for what. People who haven't really been to many places, their minds, they're thinking like Americans.
Right. Oh, Okay, well, Big Boss, shout out to you. Let me bring him. Subscribe to Big Boss channel. Once again, glad to have you on, Big Boss. I'm gonna be talking to you, man. You know, and
Yes,
shout out to
sir.
you on your next venture. And you know, have a great night, man. Did a great
Yes,
job
sir.
engaging. Subscribe to Big Boss channel, guys, on his way out. I'm about to call it a night. I'm running out of beers. So shout out to you, Big Boss.
Oh man. Peace.
Yeah, and Big Boss did a great job. Big Boss gave his honest review of Lima, Peru. So subscribe to Big Boss Real Talk channel, and we'll be back in touch with Big Boss down the road. Shout out to everybody who has donated to the Raze Travel Fund. I'm going to give it a try. I forgot that. Well, he said I should go to Peru. I forgot to ask him, but yeah, he says I should go to Peru and give it a chance. He said he would even slide back out there also himself also. So like I said, and you know, when you're doing these travels, not every place need to be number one. You're just going to experience it, because down the road, as you get older or as your circumstances change in life, what used to be a number five traveling spot might be number one because of your circumstances in life. It might change down the road. You're like, you know what? I kind of liked Peru before. Now I got a chance to move somewhere. I could stay 6 months out there inside Peru without no problem. You know what? Let me go live in Peru for a little bit. This is why you explore and you check out these places, so you know what you might like to stay longer for. You know what I mean? You might want to stay in a Punta Cana longer. You might want to stay in a Amsterdam longer. You might want to, because if you never go to Europe, you're not ever going to think about staying in Europe for those 6 months. You're not even going to you got to give these places a try. And that's part of the game, you know what I'm saying, as far as being a traveler, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, give these places a try. That's all, you know, you can do. Hell, like I said, Cocoa Beach is expensive, but if you might hit some numbers one day. You might hit lotto. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You might, you know what, I can afford Cocoa Beach now for like 6 months. But if you never go to experience it for like a few days, a week, whatever, then you won't know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, guys, but shout out to you guys. You guys did great in the chat. Y'all guys have fun, I see. You said Bogota, correct? Bogota's like Big Boss's top, you know, right behind Brazil. So that's what I'm saying. You know, everybody got different, you know, best spots, worst spots. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good and fun to talk about it. You know what I mean? You just gotta, you know, try these places out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys. So it was fun, man. Like I said, shout out to Big Boss Real Talk for coming up here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get me a couple more beers before I, you know, give me a couple more beers. Thank you everybody to the donations. It was fun, man. Shout out to Big Boss for coming up here. You know, said what's my top 5 spots? Well, I haven't been to 5. I mean, I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Jaco Beach. I've been to San Jose. Costa Rica for people that don't know. I've been to Sasua, not on YouTube though. I haven't showed y'all Sasua on YouTube. I've been to Punta Cana. I showed y'all that on YouTube. I've been to Cartagena, Colombia. So that's 6. I mean, I would have to go. I mean, to make a top 5, I would have to. I'm gonna do a few more spots first before, as I've been to multiple places in DR. I've been to Banao. I've been to San Cristobal, but I've been to Santiago, but not on YouTube. You know, I was going there before I was doing YouTube. So before I do a ranking, I'm gonna go ahead and do some more stuff on YouTube. You know what I mean? Before, you know, I do a ranking. But like I said, every place I have fun in, you know what I'm saying? It hasn't been not one place I haven't had fun in. Because as long as, like, now, if there was prohibition where there's no beers or nothing, you know what I'm saying, no bars, then I won't really have fun, you know what I'm saying? You know, the girl, just having girls around won't do it. It got to be a little something else for me, you know what I'm saying? if it was all about girls, I'd just go back to Cartagena real quick. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm in the mood for trying these other places. That's why I'm going to try Peru and see how I like it. You know what I'm saying? So still got to do the motherland, and we got to make that run back to Europe, because I got some other places to see in Europe. But when it's summertime, you know what I'm saying? We see if we can make it out in Europe during this summer, 2025. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? I always find a way. So for my Europe run, I'll give you guys my review. And I still do these shows and stuff like that. I'm still have this format doing these shows, you know what I'm saying? But these trips I'm doing for me personally to, see the world a little, get the hell out of New York City, see the world. But I'm gonna still have these type of shows. Be keeping tabs on NYC the Future out there for the 4 Pete out there inside Sasua, seeing what he's doing, Bando and them guys out there. We see about Jay Rello. He said he's doing Medellin and Kenya for his next trip. So you're going to keep tabs on Jay Rello. Tell your chick I said hello, and other stuff out here in the travel space and in the hot topics. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, rest in peace to the girl that died. If she did die, I mean, I don't know if she did, but she was missing out there inside Punta Cana. I believe she drowned, but we will be doing an update on that once that's official. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be drinking. Prohibition and if we'll be back in the Al Capone days, right? Now, I don't please don't bring prohibition back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can make any place lit, man. Any place I can make lit for me personally. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's bars there. I'm having fun. I'm mingling. I'm meeting people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person I can hang out with people, whether they know English or not. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm just, really, like I said, I have fun anywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? I have fun anywhere I go. So really, to be honest with you, I mean, I give you guys my review, but really, unless something awful happened out there while I'm out there, I pretty much like it. I like anywhere I go. Like I don't really have a place where I did not like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I did not have a place where I went. It's like, this place sucks. Pretty much every place I went to, I liked. For the most part. Now some places would be ranked higher, but really, who cares about a rank? Because you're gonna find something you like that I probably won't like in the area. But so it is what it is. Yeah. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to you all the way. I see you still here. I'm going to Ibiza. My guy told me about Ibiza inside Spain. He said, look, because he met me out in Amsterdam, my guy. Shout out to him. He knows who I'm talking about. Shout out to him. He mentioned Ibiza. He showed me some photos while we was inside. We was near the red windows out there in Amsterdam. We was chilling over and drinking some beers. He told me about Ibiza. He said Ibiza is a spot to go to. Nice blue water. It looked lovely out there. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate life. So shout out to shout out to you. Celebrate life. Hopefully you have a great trip. We do what it do. So shout out to everybody. I will be back live tomorrow. We're gonna be coming back live later on. Tomorrow, and then Zay, where? Zay, where at? Which spot, Zay? Which spot? I'll let you know what spot. What you talk about? Costa Rica? You talk about Amsterdam? What you talk about? You talk about Ibiza. And I haven't been to Ibiza, Spain, but stocks and socks. Oh, Peru. Oh, well, so Big Boss stayed in the hood. He stayed in the Mega. Now, shout out to Lima Street Clips. You go to his channel, you see more detail. I'm gonna stay in a Miraflores section, but Mega Plaza, he said it wasn't that bad. It probably looked a little rough, but you can stay there. A lot of police over there. So Big Boss Real Talk said, Mega Plaza is not half bad, that area. So Big Boss, you go to his channel, subscribe to Big Boss channel. He said he stayed in the Mega Plaza area. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really get to the Miraflores area where Austin Holloman, Zoe was at. But there's multiple areas out there. Like I said, go to Lima street clips also. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, here we go. Miraflores and Barranca are the safest areas, and Barranca is where the beach is at. That area is where the beach at. There's like a bridge. You could cross over. So, it is what it is, man. You mean, you just go, and then you give your own review, and it might be your number one. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, uh, you, you know, yeah. Big Boss said he'll go back out there. So if it was trash, Big Boss would not be saying he would go back out there. You know what I'm saying? So he said he'll go back out there, no problem. Pharaoh says Barranca is great. Yes, I heard it. My guy told me Barranca is great. You know what I'm saying? So it looks nice too from the video as I seen Pharaoh. So I mean, I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure I like it. Like I said, there's bars. You know what I'm saying? There's good food. There's women around. Hey, I'm good. I mean, I'm good. I hate to be harassed. I don't like to be harassed and followed. You know what I'm saying, Pharaoh? You know what I'm saying? Give me some peace of mind. Give me some good weather. That's why I'm gonna go. I'm going this month. So I want some good weather while it's still warm. You know what I'm saying? I know the beach is rocky. I know the beach. There's not a lot of sand in that beach, so I know what I'm going to get with the beach. It's not, well, it is what it is. The beach is whatever, man, whatever. But I'm going to see what it feels good to be going to a new country overall. You know what I'm saying? He said Big Boss ain't going back to Peru. I don't care what he says. I think he would, especially if he got a cheap flight. Because he's flying out of California. If he was to get a cheap flight, if like prices go down, he was to get a cheap flight, I think he would sneak back out there real quick one time. Big Boss is a smart traveler, says celebrate life. Ah, man. Yeah. I heard San Martin, that porn in Lima is the trenches. Yeah. Like I said, everybody that gave the review on Lima, Peru, none of them, from what I seen of the brothers, none of them said they did not like Lima, Peru. Now some people rank other places higher. Some, it is what it is, but none of them said that Lima, Peru is trash. So that's good enough for me, and I'm going to make my way out there. You know what I'm saying? So Boss is big on Rio. Yes, Big Boss is big on Rio. He loved Rio. Rio is second to Pattaya. And then he got Bogota, Colombia third. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? There's that. All right, guys. Shout out to you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel, Raze. Thank you for all your donations. Shout out to Big Boss once again. And I'm Raze, and I am out.